It's a podcast,
Okay, Jesus. Unmute him for like 1 second and he's fucking singing.
It's
Is our
a
jingle?
podcast. It's a podcast. This is the podcast jingle. You can speak now.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, didn't we
Oh,
have a
wait.
jingle? I thought we actually had a jingle. I think we opened this podcast, I think, the same way 3 times. But I'm pretty sure we had a jingle.
It's a podcast.
If you didn't like Log Horizon, that means we... Huh. Well, there goes fucking Nick's plan.
I mean, it was really my plan, and then Nick said, yeah, for anime homework, let's go watch Log Horizon. Oh yeah, don't mind
Well,
the
no.
fact that it's like 5 million episodes.
52, and I did not
It's
know this at the
50.
time.
It's 50.
It's also really, I couldn't watch it past the first 6 minutes.
I've honestly
So anime
watched it.
homework is officially debunked for this week until we can fucking refine the method.
So
I've
And the-
honestly watched worse shit.
Have a better person to
Alright.
pick the fucking shit we
So-
watch.
so
I
here's how it
watched
is.
2 seasons of what essentially was the longest commercial, and then the longest commercial part fucking 2.
What?
Are you talking
Oh,
about
you know how I'm
Phantasy Star
freaking really
Online?
super into like Mobile Suit Gundam and shit?
Oh.
Phantasy Star Online has an anime?
Well, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Really?
Phantasy Star Online is an anime.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It was a
Like-
good game. I don't. What?
Like another season of it came out this anime season. So yeah.
So
Animes
I
are
can.
fucking-
Does that mean it's any good?
I don't know. All I know is that it's an anime.
Listen, it doesn't need to be good to get a second season. Look at fucking SAO.
Oh gosh. No, but the thing is,
Fucking-
it was the
it's getting a
same thing with
third
Attack on
one.
Titan.
All
The
right,
thing
really
is, though,
quick,
people
really
liked
quick,
it.
really quick
Before
before we go
The
away.
veil. No.
Really
Before
quick
the veil of
no,
ignorance was lifted.
really quick before we go away from Log Horizon. I liked it. Chris and Iggy didn't.
I watched the first
It was
6
okay.
minutes, and I'm like, this is worse than SAO.
It is much better than SAO. You can zip your lips.
Here's what I saw in the first 6 minutes. I talked about this. Essentially, it's a flash forward with them fighting Munchkins. It has the worst UI for an MMO ever, which, you
It's
know, it's a fucking
explained.
anime. It's the worst UI. And then fucking, it's like, oh, we found out we're trapped in a fucking game. Oh, we can't log out. And that's the point. I'm like, this is far worse than SAO, surprisingly, and I stopped. That's 6 minutes.
I mean, if you
So-
want an MMO anime, then Log Horizon is the
fucking-
best you're gonna get.
You fucking gave up because they used a cliche.
Like you gave up 6
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
in.
That you
It-
gave
like-
up because they used the fucking flashback cliche. Like, oh,
It was a
Seriously.
flash forward, and then it went back to like, oh, we're all fucking stuck here. And I just, like,
Literally
I've seen
6
before,
minutes
I
in.
know what's gonna happen. I don't want to watch this.
You literally
So was your
stayed
week.
for 6 minutes. Come on.
Yep, more or less. I hear you stayed in for the whole thing.
I watched
I-
all of it because it was great. It explained like all the
It's
little
okay.
MMO stuff that you wouldn't think would transfer into a real life scenario. They explain inside the game world. Like
All the things
All-
people don't like about
That-
MMOs.
that thing.
Grinding?
That's another thing I didn't like. Fucking every fucking episode, he has to sit there and he has to stand there and friggin' explain everything. He just explains everything, and it's like,
This
alright,
is a health
move on.
potion.
Can we
What do you
move
think?
on to the part where
I
you're
mean-
kicking butt or doing some cool stuff?
I mean, the explanations are there in case like you don't watch MMOs or you don't play MMOs.
Here's the
but
thing.
But then why would you watch
then-
the anime?
Even then, the explanations are kept succinct, so it's good.
Here's the one thing that people complain about SAO that I'm like, I actually had no problem with this, was the fucking pacing of the game. They didn't explain a lot of the shit that goes on in the MMO because they assume that people watching this have some vague idea of the natural progression of an MMO. Some people complain like, oh, they skip like fucking what would essentially be like 80 hours of grinding. I'm like, I don't want to watch fucking Kirito slash at pigs and undead for 5 hours. It's not fun. I don't want to go into every little detail about an MMO because I know how MMOs work, and I get bored with MMOs a lot because it's so many fucking little
Did you get
details.
past the first episode?
No,
No, he did. He watched the first 6 minutes.
I
and
know.
Then gave up.
I'm doing this.
I'm
as,
talking
like,
about SAO now,
precedence.
and somewhat Log Horizon.
So, did you watch the entirety of the first season of SAO then?
I
have,
watched
yes.
all of everything there is of SAO.
Oh,
I don't know
you
why.
sad.
I don't know why.
I've watched.
I mean,
I've watched. What arc is that? Like, Elfheim. Like, I watched all that as well.
Elfheim Online.
Yeah,
It
it's all
goes
shit.
fucking normal
All of
Sword
it's
Art
terrible.
to Elfheim to Gungale back to Elfheim.
Gun
And-
Gale sucked.
It's literally like first half of the first season is the only bearable part of that show. Everything past the first half is dog shit, and then it progresses downward from that.
It's all terrible.
Eh.
Even the first half of like that first season, terrible.
I
All of it.
have a bias.
It's
All of it's bad.
Oh,
Fucking
you know what?
bias.
Fucking speaking of this, they're trying to fucking Japan is making SAO.
Oh, real life version.
Yep, the one where like you see it's like a fucking Oculus type headset. It's like, oh, you're gonna use your whole body to move. I'm sitting there thinking this is gonna be the worst fucking invention ever. No
Oh,
one's
wait,
gonna
no.
want it because it's gonna require you to physically move.
You know what's actually happening though, or well, might happen.
What?
Fucking, you know what the CEO of Oculus Rift did?
What'd he do?
Tweeted at
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's like, shit, is this sound down?
Oh,
Oh!
Happening? Is this
It's gonna
happening?
happen? Yo,
it's time to
holographics.
duel.
I don't think it's going to happen, but let's
Oh,
go back to
wait a
fucking-
minute. Do you know what this means?
What?
We get fucking holograms of a children's card game. It's happening.
Yes! Alright,
Yes!
so we were slightly off
Seto
topic.
Kaiba. He's
Slightly?
the actual fucking CEO of Oculus. It's Seto Kaiba.
Yo, we go off topic so much. Let's call this the off topic podcast. Why not?
I'm pretty sure that's taken.
I know, which is why
Ready?
I said it because we're not dropping
Hey,
the
weren't we
Japan
supposed to
time
like
name.
introduce ourselves or something?
Oh yeah, I'm Nick.
Iggy,
Hi.
why'd you use your real name? I mean, it's not like it's a big fucking secret,
mean,
but still.
Super
Doesn't
Mr.
matter.
Ninja. There you go. I'm Super Mr. Ninja.
Is my
How's it
name
going?
still just my actual name on your curse?
On
That's
my
weird.
curse, you are Dominic Romano. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
You
super
can set
creepy,
those.
really.
a little bit. No, I'm like, for me, Chris is Prickinator 3000.
Uh huh.
Oh, seriously? Why? Why?
Why
done
not,
you?
Chris? Really? Why not?
Why wouldn't you want to be called Prickinator 3000?
I don't know. I like to think of myself as a decent person.
Yeah, well, everyone else knows different.
Not everyone else. There are some people who think I'm probably a decent person. Really
That's because they
quiet,
don't know you. I unfortunately
don't.
know you. I've known you for a few years.
Have
I've
you,
seen
though?
you work.
Like a year.
I mean, like,
Technically, if
We
you
played
count
Yu-Gi-Oh.
freshman year.
I mean,
technically-
we covered this last podcast.
Yeah,
Fucking,
yeah,
we
we
have the
know.
same class.
So, Chris.
Okay. Yeah,
Tonight was the NHS inductions,
cool.
and so when you go up and
Uh-huh.
accept your certificate,
Yeah.
earlier in the
Ooh, it's
day,
got a certificate
you
and
were s-
everything.
Yeah, earlier in the day, you're supposed to write down like who you want to thank when you go up. Most people
Oh.
wrote the teachers.
Did you thank all your
or-
anime waifus?
I was gonna do that, but then they said I had to pick someone, like an
You
actual
feel-
Well, you
person.
actually were gonna pick some fucking anime
you
character.
could like, you
Look,
could like, you could, like,
originally,
pick the
look.
authors.
Originally, originally I was gonna pick my computer, but then they said no, and
What
then I
is-
was like Lucina, from Fire Emblem, and then they were like no,
Luki who?
Lucina.
Isn't
Why
that
did
in-
wait? Why don't you just then thank the fucking company that built your computer? That's actually technically something you could do.
They said someone, and so I said, all right, my arrogant self. That's literally what I wrote down. And then when I
And did
went
you have
Wow.
to say that?
I
No,
feel like that.
Miss
I
Young
feel like
did.
that's worse. I feel like that's worse than me not showing up.
Wait, what?
So
I was inducted into NHS and I didn't show up for the thing because I didn't have to.
yeah.
I didn't show up. I just went the fuck home. You
All
guys,
Let me
To
ask
be
you guys
honest,
a question.
I wouldn't have shown up either, but I already told my mom about it, and so yeah, I had to go.
All right, let me ask you guys something.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it is necessary to attend graduation ceremonies?
No,
not
at all.
Not really
I
necessary.
really don't want to. Like, my graduation's coming up, and I just don't want to go. It's like, I know it's not going to take long. It's going to take, like, maybe 2 hours at the max. I just don't want to fucking go.
I mean,
There's
no
I can see
reason.
why. Like, it really just kind of a waste of time. Like, oh yeah, in the future you're gonna be people who do stuff and all that, but fuck you.
It
Pretty
wouldn't
much.
suck.
And here's
it
a piece of
wouldn't
paper.
suck if
Like,
you weren't like constantly monitored by all the teachers. Like, I imagine, like, they're gonna fucking be like, you better watch this fucking ceremony. Don't you fucking pull out your 3DS or some shit.
Like, graduation
mobile-
ceremonies suck.
No
I've been to
mobile
two,
gaming, bitch.
and they go through
Have you ever been to
literally
one?
everyone.
I've been to one. Yeah, that was one.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It was okay. It was absolutely terrible. All right, so since you're graduating, you need to arrive there early. Get to wherever you need to be, like the friggin' the best thing about it was like we had like these 2 periods of before and after graduation where we all just kind of just sat there and chilled around, and it was like that was kind of cool. That was fine.
You see, I wouldn't even want to do that. I don't care for those fuckers. I just want to fucking stay at home and sleep. If I'm going to be forced to go, I don't want to socialize.
Yeah, but you're antisocial as fuck. You're really antisocial, and from what I understand,
Dude,
you're not.
How
you're
do
not
you, I don't even know why the fuck I know you guys. Like, if things had gone purely by myself, I wouldn't know any of you fuckers.
That's true. Like you, from what I know, you don't have very many actual like senior friends. Like when I was like I was talking like we had like
Ian,
a 8th
got it.
grade.
Like,
Yeah.
Ian, that's
We had-
it.
We had like an 8th grade graduation thing from my like middle school, and like I actually knew a decent group of people, and so I was just like, so I just got to fucking hang out with them like before. The only thing that sucked was the damn ceremony because it just absolutely was terrible. Just sit there and do nothing because everyone's friggin' watching you, even though no one is watching you because they're all watching the thing. But it's like, can I just play my fucking DS? Like, I just want to train some fucking
know,
Pokemon. I don't wanna be here.
Speaking of Ian, did you invite him to the fucking podcast? Like, he hasn't shown up on any of them.
Well, let's finish talking about Log Horizon because we don't want to invite him, and then he just kind of sits there while we talk about Log Horizon.
All right.
Yeah. So
So, scale rating? 10?
I
Zero?
would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Like, I recognize its flaws in that the first season ending was pretty poor, and some of the game world logic doesn't make too much sense. Plus, it's not finished yet.
Fuck.
So,
I hate that
all
shit.
but otherwise, the actual journey to get through the 52 episodes is really great. So that's why I give it an 8 out of 10.
So, by the
All
way, Ian is totally down to do a podcast.
Invite
All right,
Good
tell him
job.
we're discussing stuff about that he would be bored with us
Good
discussing.
fucking
So-
job. Oh, hey, who's the other member of that podcast? Kind of technically, maybe. Oh, yeah, let's not even ask him. Good fucking job. Did you even ask him last time?
He asked
I?
him. He asked
Yeah,
him
I did.
today. He asked him today, literally, and Ian was like, "I might come. I might have stuff to do, but I might." All right. So my rating would be like 7 out of 10. It was nice. I liked the story and shit. I liked how the protagonist wasn't an overpowered piece of shit.
Yeah, no.
SAO.
Like
Oh,
he was tactical. He was tactical as fuck, but he wasn't like, all right, I got the power of bullshit on my side. So when
Like,
in
when
high
the shit,
He's
contrast
just
to
really
that,
smart, which is great.
in high
the
contrast
shit
to
is
that,
so fucking sad.
remember in fucking SAO where literally Kirito has the power to become a fucking demon and he uses it once and never
Yep.
talks about it again?
Yeah, he does.
That's
That
some
was
bullshit
great.
right
That
there.
one.
That was
Some
great.
bullshit right
Alright.
there.
Yeah, so I liked that. The only thing I didn't like was like the last 3 or 4 episodes about like the festival shit. That was bad.
Really?
Like
Uh,
we got
you're talking about-
barely anything out
Oh
of it.
yeah. Spoilers.
We got barely
by the way.
anything out of it.
Full
Yeah,
on.
spoilers are
Yeah.
spoilers.
When
We
that
got
goes
barely
away,
anything out
spoilers
of
are done.
Wait, what?
I put
Spoilers
up
are
a,
done?
I put
Oh,
up a
wait, no.
spoiler warning. When that goes away, spoilers are done.
So the little festival thing, they have a little festival, and there's a little bit of conflict, but it's just
Funnel cakes.
fuck it. This is about an anime, it's not real life. If it was real life, fuck it. You can go to a festival and have funnel cakes. Funnel cakes. are
Why
cool.
can't I have
Anyway.
funnel cakes in my video game anime?
I don't know. Anyways, it literally did nothing for us. We got like next to no character development. Okay, Akatsuki's like freaking insecure. We already fucking knew that. Oh, now she likes Shiro. Well, that was fucking apparent from the ending credit sequence anyway. So fucking
Yeah.
that's useless. Minori suddenly like Shiro now. What the fuck is happening? This is
Yo,
fucking pedophilia.
The pedophilia.
This is disgusting.
It gets stronger, by the way. The pedophilia. I mean.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Wait, I zoned out for 5 minutes there. What?
So
There's like a little
Long Horizon-
10-year-old girl that gets attracted to like
Oh,
she
attracted
is
to like
12,
an 18-year-old
actually.
guy, and it's disgusting.
No, Shiro's
What
like
the fuck?
no, Shiro's in his 20s.
I mean, we don't have an exact age, but
Like
so there's
I would
that.
understand it if they portrayed it as she looks up to him as her master, but they don't present it like that. They present it like, yeah, I want to get in your pants.
Gotta have lollies.
Like
wait, what?
she's 12 years old
Wait, what?
and trying to get with like this 25-year-old.
Oh wait, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that before I heard that. Wait, hold on a second. That's not good.
Okay,
And the
so,
same
there's-
kind of relationship happens again with Nyanta and Sarada.
yeah. See,
Yamcha?
no, Nyanta is a cat. He's a really cool cat dude I
Oh.
watched.
Yeah, like
So-
Cat dude.
he's one
Wait,
of the best
that's a thing?
characters. Yes.
Cat dudes are a thing?
Yes, and
I thought it
Yeah.
was strictly cat girls.
Fucking
No, he's a-
Jesus.
he's part of the cat people, actually.
Okay,
You know what?
so
I rarely ever see examples of cat people besides cat girls.
okay, so moving along, and other than that, we got little to nothing for literally every other character, except for me. Except the last episode also barely did anything. It wasn't like a satisfying ending to anything.
He's talking about the
It-
last
all-
episode of season 1, by the way.
All
Ah.
the last episode did was like, oh hey, remember how the fucking country's divided up? Well, the West is also super powerful too. So cool. That's basically the fucking last episode.
The last
Hey,
episode,
the West country's fucking
The
there.
the last episode of season 2 isn't much better on that front, but it still has a hell of a lot more payoff than season 1. I can tell you that much.
I don't want to sit there and watch people converse for half the fucking episode.
You know, I'm
Alright.
not very big on MMO-ish type animes, like game shit. I think the last good, like, technically, I don't even know if this qualifies, but last good game, quote-unquote, anime I watched was No Game, No Life. There was
Doesn't
technically
really
video
count.
games.
That
There was
doesn't count.
technically video games.
That doesn't count because it's fantasy. It incorporates games, but it's more fantasy.
Spoilers
what's
for
a
Log
fucking-
Horizon are done. Are you gonna
Yeah.
spoil
Spoilers for
No
like Horizon
Game
are
No
done,
Life?
but they keep the spoiler alert up because we're talking about freaking
Alright.
No Game No Life now.
No Game No
Wait,
Life
wait,
spoilers.
wait, no. You can take it back down. There's no reason to have it. Like,
Oh,
fucking
alright.
just talking about No Game, No Life. There's not gonna be really spoilers in that.
Alright.
Yeah,
Also,
totally
Let's just
with
kind of-
me.
I was just talking the names. Fucking, is there any MMO anime besides SIO and Log Horizon?
I think Gate is one. Is Gate one?
I don't think
I've heard the
Gate
name
is
of that.
one. Like Gate is
I
like
think
this
it might
gate opens in Japan.
Oh,
Oh, you
Well,
know what? Danmachi.
and then there was-
to,
Is
like,
it wrong to
another
pick up
world.
girls in a dungeon?
That
There's other
seems
one.
video game esque.
I know there's
It was
another
entirely
one.
a
I know
video
there's
game.
another-
It's like, this is a video game anime, except, you know, we're just never going to say video game. It's literally just fantasy. He leveled up. The character leveled up.
Okay. So, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, so anybody have any proposals on how we fix the system. So one of our members does not.
We all present something, and then we unanimously vote which one's better.
Okay, and are we gonna keep the same rules? Like, you haven't watched this shit, so you have to drudge through
I'd
it
say
the
at the
same
very
person.
least 2 out of 3 have not watched.
So you can watch it. You can have watched it, and then
Yes.
subject the others to fucking watching it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so it is at this point, dear viewers, if you're
Oh boy, I don't like the way this is already going
What are you
off.
gonna do, Chris? What are you gonna do?
it is at this point, dear viewers, in about 5 minutes, Ian will appear. Maybe if we can get him fucking on this podcast.
Oh well, Dean
So
appears.
so fucking now it's up to free play. Maybe find an anime you want everyone else to watch. Go.
Well, we can put
Um,
that on the back burner.
Hey,
you know,
Garashi
well,
no
you know-
Nako Koroni.
That you know what, you're gonna. I'm Nick or Chris. Have you watched that When They Cry?
Oh,
Alright.
I watched like the first season, I guess.
Yeah, me too.
Never watched any farther than that. I was interested in it, but I got my interest fucking waned because that was like a time where I was like watching anime regularly. So like I watched that. I couldn't find the second season immediately, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm moving on," and I moved on to the next.
All right,
fucking
so Nick, I want to talk to him about this. There's just one specific question I want to ask him.
All right, spoiler warning up. Send me a message
Again.
Send me a message when it's gone. All right.
maybe
Alright.
maybe.
I'm
Oh, wait.
gone.
Okay.
All right, so do you know what
Wait,
the
wait.
deal was?
Need to do something real.
What the
I
fuck?
think I know what the deal was. Wait, what the fuck, Nick? Fucking leave.
Is
Hang on,
Nick
hang on.
still here?
Hang on.
I don't want to.
Hang on.
I don't want to spoil this for
Alright,
him because
you're-
he's
you're good.
literally
Go ahead.
about to watch this tonight. He's like legitimately just about to watch it tonight because I've been recommending it to him.
What? Oh.
When They Cry.
What was going on?
Do you know
I-
what was going on with everything, like the cuts and like the jumps and like why everything reset?
I couldn't figure it out myself, but I don't know if you ever knew him, but there was this dude called George Bishop at our school.
Yep, I know him.
Oh yeah, you do know him.
I used to talk with him
Yeah.
in length on breaks.
Yeah, is he even still in school?
No idea.
I don't think he is. I haven't seen him around.
He's
at all.
technically in the first, I guess, episode 0 of D&D Space, which technically is not out.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. All right. So moving on. He was very interested in it. Like when I mentioned that I was watching it, he was like, "Oh, that's really good. It's really good.
It
You
is.
should continue watching it." And I was just like, "Fuck it. It looks cool. It looks cool. Watch it." And I finished the first thing. Things like he mentioned to me that it was like due to aliens or some shit, and I was just like, I don't think
Cannot
that's right.
confirm. Oh, you
I
know
don't
what?
That's
I think
right.
I can actually. Okay, so
I didn't watch any farther into the thing, so I just kind of.
so you know
took
the
his word for
tiny girl Rika, or not Rika, the fucking blue-haired shrine maiden one.
Yeah, vaguely, because a
So
while.
I guess she's an
This shit
alien.
was freshman year. Oh.
She's technically,
Wow.
every time shit goes wrong, she literally can reverse time, and she's trying to set it to where no one dies, I think. I think that's explained in, like, the first episode of Season 2.
So wait, this is basically fucking. So basically, the Edge of Tomorrow copied this shit.
I guess, like, I think that's that movie where that dude fucking is, like, battling aliens, and then every time he dies, that's basically that.
Yeah. So wow. Okay.
I don't know if she's an alien. I don't know if that was the thing. I just said alien because, you just said it, but fucking, she has the ability to fucking turn back time, even when she dies. Somehow.
Okay. Okay. So.
And there's
alright,
another
that makes-
character that, like, she's related to some other character or something, and there's another one that looks like her, and then it gets really fucking weird. Like, second season
was-
immediately kind of goes into weird places. I just kind of stopped after a few episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting sort of thing, especially because it was like, fucking, what the fuck's happening? One episode, everybody's dead, and next episode, they're like all partying, and I'm just like, whoa, something.
It's like, here's how it goes. Literally,
wrong.
the definition of the show is the first episode in any of the arcs is happy. Second, third episode is immediately 0 to 100. Everyone's dying.
It was an interesting anime. I wouldn't mind watching the second season, but I was too
Oh,
lazy
there's
to
a
go
third
find it
season.
out.
There's a
Oh,
third
good.
season, and I think like 2 OVAs.
Oh, good. That's a thing, but I don't know. I'm currently trying to catch up on Ruby. Got to fucking episode 9. Penny's dead. Rip.
Oh, there's another spoiler. Good thing we're still in the spoiler cast episode fucking
Yeah.
area.
I also noticed a ton of things while I was fucking. I also noticed I found some some errors in the thing.
Oh, how
Like,
so?
I think it's episode 3 when Crow shows up, right? Like Crow first appears.
Cool, dude.
He fucking pushes Weiss to his fucking left, and immediately in the next shot, Weiss is on his right. Like,
Oh,
I noticed that, and I was like, huh. I'm gonna write that down because that's very interesting.
I would have never caught that.
I caught it. And did you guys also see they put in the subtitles for it, and when Pyrrha fucking dies, they the subtitle is thousands of fans screaming or something very close to those lines. It's fucking great.
I need to go back and see that. That's great.
Yeah, just it's like friggin' I saw that and I was
Wait,
like,
so
I saw it.
episode 9, but you somehow already saw that?
Listen, I frequent the fucking internet. Where this gets passed around. Information gets passed around easily. I saw a picture of that and I was just like, fucking goddamn.
Well, it might have been edited then. I'll have to check later and make sure, but yeah, it sounds like something they would do.
I was like, oh, that's a thing. Hold on, I actually have.
Because it is. You know it's exactly what the whole internet was doing that one day, screaming and crying.
I have like a whole fucking. I should probably get Nick back into this just because.
I mean, are we done? Ruby spoilers and everything else spoilers. Han Solo dies.
Well, no, this isn't spoilers. I just found after I found that first thing in chapter 3, I was like sitting there looking for everything wrong.
I mean, when you do that, you're gonna find
Like
them.
I was
There's a
enjoying.
considerable difference in fucking. Wait, Ruby spoilers don't matter to Nick.
Yeah, because he's watched it, and also Ian's watched it as well, so we can also pull Ian in here as well.
I mean, Ian's not on Curse right now.
I-
We're talking about Ruby at the moment.
I found shit that's wrong with it. We should also invite Ian.
And
I'll
spoilers
talk to
done.
him.
All right, cool.
I have a list.
I mean, technically the thing we're talking about, not spoiler-ish, but we don't have to talk about it anymore.
I want to fucking talk about it. Everything wrong with Ruby. Everything wrong with
I mean,
Ruby.
everything wrong with Ruby, sure, but not like the fucking funny thing.
Are you talking about like the thing, the like video?
It was a caption. I
Yeah,
think
no,
Rooster
I saw
Teeth
that.
made. I didn't. I just learned about it. Okay.
Yeah, that was great. So, are we getting Ian in here, or do I read off my fucking list of shit I found wrong?
I'm gonna see if I can get him in here. You just go ahead.
I just asked him if he wants to join in on Steam, so yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't tell him we were already going.
Oh well then.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait like 3 minutes.
He'll be
We're actually
in
gonna
later.
talk. I think you know what? This is
Oh,
a
I'll be in
monumental moment in our history of podcasts.
Yeah.
Why?
We have not fucking started off with what have you done this week, and I think that's an achievement.
Okay. So. All right. So here we
It
go.
evolves.
I have this list. So in chapter 3, Crow clearly pushes Weiss to his left.
Oh, wait,
Immediate next shot.
Wait. Spoilers.
This isn't fucking spoiler. This isn't.
This
This
is
isn't
not
very
spoilers.
spoilery.
All
This is
right.
At
just more
this point, this is not spoiler.
graphical errors. So Crow clearly pushes Weiss to his left, and in the next shot, Weiss is on his right. Like somebody screwed up big time here.
Okay, you're talking about like, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, fucking
Animation
chapter 5. Fucking, they tried so hard to time it right, but they did not time it right. Fucking Penny's teammate shows up. Penny's teammate's like, it's been a minute, and it hasn't been a real minute. So
Okay,
fuck you, Penny's
that
teammate.
one was, they can't do that. Fucking
Penny's
scripting and talking takes longer than that. I'd saw that and I'm like, okay, yeah. I just kind of passed that off as animation because they can't do that.
All right. Fucking the animation still needs work. Some
Yeah.
parts just look a lot. Some parts look very, very fucking
mean,
We
awkward.
talked about this, but season 3, a bit of the fights took a bit of a hit and they look a little slower.
I mean, it's because Monty's gone.
It's because
Yeah.
they tried so hard. They're like, Monty's dead, so now we need to prove to the world we can do this. And so
Like,
every
It's not bad.
every
I still
episode
enjoyed
had
the
a
fights
fucking
thoroughly.
fight. Every fucking episode had to have a fucking fight scene. I'm just sitting here like,
Like,
Did it? I mean, it was
They-
a fucking tournament.
they imitated his animation style pretty well. It's just that it's still like you can tell it's
Operative
not
word
Monty.
being pretty,
all right. So
not
moving along.
completely.
I noticed this fucking. So Monty's dead, and he didn't want his character to have
Yep.
too many lines. But now that Monty's really dead, fuck it. His character can have as many lines as he fucking wants. Like he had
It's
way
not
more
too
lines.
much. He had exponentially more, but it wasn't too much. I don't think.
It wasn't too much, and it had no bearing on the fucking plot. But it was. I
think that's the
noticed
point.
fucking.
I think
noticed him
the whole
fucking
point of that
talking.
character speaking is that whenever that character speaks, it has nothing plot relevant. I think that's the joke.
Also fucking Nora. So all right.
Yeah.
Nora's-
Let's see.
Nora's great still. I love her. She's great.
Ruby-
Chapter 8, fucking wasted cotton candy. That's all I fucking have for that chapter.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
you know what?
Fucking-
I am.
Don't waste a goddamn
so-
candy. Fuck.
Oh yeah,
Wait, what?
cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
Oh,
And then chapter 9 is where shit hit the fan, and there was a lot of shit. First off, it was not a First off, it was not a dismemberment, as fucking Cinder said. Like, oh yeah, fucking just straight up killing and a dismemberment. No. He still
does
has
that not
his fucking
qualify?
limb.
As a spoiler.
Oh,
I figured this.
that. No, that's not a
That might
spoiler.
be-
That was vague enough.
All right.
I
Like-
mean, if you're truly concerned, send me the fucking video and I can fucking bleep out literally everything.
Dismemberment
No,
is
sorry.
literally the act of removing a limb, and Yang did. Or shit.
Oh, okay.
Nice. All right. I'm actually gonna put up the
Fuck.
spoiler warning now because
Events that transpired did not lead to the typical definition of dismemberment.
Yeah. He fucking broke
However-
his leg. All right.
Is that spoiler thing up?
Yep, it's up.
I mean,
Later
I'm
on,
done.
Yang did get a
done
dismemberment.
Yep.
I'm done with spoilers. So, fucking, Nevermore appeared at the arena. It managed to get past all the ships, which also apparently are not combat ready. Rip Penny.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. None of the ships did shit.
Yeah,
Great
they all just
fleet.
kind of sat there. They all just kind of sat there, and the friggin' Nevermore friggin' gets on the arena. Like, what are they doing? What
So-
the fuck?
Chris, I'm actually really glad you started talking about Ruby because I entirely
Huh?
forgot about the new section of our podcast.
Oh yeah.
Where we read, where we read the fan fiction. All right, hold on.
I'm
I'm
about
almost
to-
fucking done.
Now everybody,
almost-
welcome to the new
we don't have to
section
do this
of
now.
the podcast.
Not now.
I'm almost
Oh,
done.
not now?
I'm almost done.
I'm just
So-
queuing it up. We'll do it
Alright.
whenever.
So
if nothing else,
uh,
we'll do it to end it.
the new
I
section
figured
of
out
the
the name-
podcast is a reading of fan fiction for Ruby.
So,
Alright.
Nick, you're gonna have to either give me the fucking video, or I'll have to rip it from you and actually highlight it so this makes sense. The first
I can
reading
just-
of this fan fiction
I can
was
just
on the extremely long, like 6-7 hour fucking live stream we did.
I can just edit it into the podcast.
You can
Like,
do that. Yeah.
For instance, you'll see it now, except not really, because I'm not editing in to this point in time.
So,
You could. You don't know. You might actually have done it. They might have just seen it.
Who knows? I guess we'll find out next time
Next
on Dragon Ball
time
Z.
on Dragon Ball Z.
You still... At least I said it first.
We did it in unison. We had the same idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Scrolls, which are the name of the little like devices literally everyone has, they're used for fucking everything. Like, holy shit. I know you're trying to
Oh,
make a good fucking story thing, but can we not have scrolls be the fucking go-to electronic device for literally everyone?
I mean, it's just a cell phone.
It's a cell phone, but it's
It's a
like
smartphone.
it does basically everything. Nobody,
Dude,
like, it's
our
literally the
phones
fucking.
do everything.
Is
Have
it
you
your
seen
fucking
what
game
phones
controller
do?
for your Is it your fucking game controller for your goddamn console? I don't fucking think so.
If I wanted to be, technically, I could do that. NVIDIA
It's just-
fucking Game Shield or whatever the fuck it's called.
It's just like it was just everywhere, and it was like, can people maybe have different technology? Can somebody like they got
Okay.
slightly.
You're given a piece of technology that acts as a phone as well as basically a smartphone that does like whatever the fuck you want with apps.
Yeah.
What other piece of technology do you need?
I just real fuck.
Granted, all they use it for is to talk. Occasionally, I
Which
think they maybe
is-
used it as a map once.
It's kind of...
And they
waste.
fucking used it to summon their fucking walkers. That's it.
Hack point as well. Hacking.
Do you really want them like having 3 different things? Like, okay, here's the fucking physical phone, here's a map, and here's actually a button that just calls our fucking lockers? Like, there's no point.
Okay. All right.
I noticed we
Team
talked
Card-
about Ruby a hell of a lot.
Yep,
Yeah.
because we all like it.
Team Cardinal
Yes.
is missing throughout the entire thing. I mean, I haven't watched the last 3 episodes, so I don't know if they appear there.
Nope.
But we're 9 episodes in, and
Technically,
Team
yes.
Cardinal's gone.
I think they technically do make one small appearance. Maybe. I might be remembering it wrong, but I think so.
That
Nope, they do. Yep. The one dude who is like the antagonist to John, yeah. He makes one
Oh.
appearance.
that's sad. Also,
Oh,
and
that
then
guy.
Who the fuck cares about Cardinal?
I mean,
I mean,
it was
Chris
just a
does,
team.
apparently.
They were kind of. He was kind of an antagonist to Jean. That's another. They never fleshed out that plot shit. Fucking Cardin Winchester knew that Jean cheated his way in, and that never became a plot point at all.
John cheated his way in. I forgot about that.
That never became a plot point because that was like one episode. He
Why
fucking
would it be a
tells-
plot point? I think that point served as much as it needed to be
What, his-
honest.
His aura thing?
No, his
when
cheating
they're on
his way into the school.
Oh.
Yeah, they were on the rooftop. He tells Pyrrha that he cheated the way in school, and you see Cardin,
totally
and
forgot.
I expected Cardin to do something. Maybe fucking at
He
least
did.
talk.
He blackmailed him.
Or at least try to. Wait, no, he did.
And then John saved his life, and that was the end of that. Literally resolved.
Moving along. The last thing I have is the whole Faunus shit never ever like resolved really.
I
Like,
mean,
Fucking
Faunus?
first chapter.
it's an ongoing thing.
Oh,
First
that
chapter.
thing with,
First
Blake.
chapter. Blake doesn't. The first volume.
Hang on,
Blake
I'm
doesn't
putting
want
spoiler
anybody to know
warning
she's a
back up.
Faunus.
Spoiler warning back
That's
up.
not a spoiler. Do you know how old Ruby is at this point? That's
Yeah,
not a
but
spoiler.
still, someone may have not watched Volume 1 or Volume
Fuck
2.
them. Fuck that person then.
Okay.
We talk about
Oh.
Ruby in great length and detail. Anything that we
Fine.
would consider not a spoiler is already pretty much a spoiler to them anyway.
Fine. No
So-
spoiler warning.
All right.
Fuck you, spoiler warning.
So there was that, and then Velvet Scarlatina was teased in the beginning, and that's about it. We don't see any more examples of Faunus being
White Fang.
discriminated against at all. The
you
White
see
Fang,
the byproduct. That's the byproduct of
White-
that.
the White Fang exist, but we don't have any reason to see why they exist. We don't see any. We don't
Literally
see
discrimination. They covered that all in basically Volume 1.
Yeah, but we don't directly see any of it. They're not. Team Ruby is not looked down in public for having fucking Blake around. Velvet's not looked down for being a faunus. Like nobody gives
I
a
get
fuck.
it.
Nobody. We're in Volume 3 and nobody gives a fuck. So why does the Black Fang exist? What is their How does their
Well,
existence
Black Fang
justified at this
White
point?
Fang.
The White
White
Fang.
Fang, not Black Fang.
White Fang. How is their existence justified at this point if nobody is discriminating against faunus?
Except
Maybe
people still
Beacon's
are.
just a really... Maybe Beacon's just like a really mellow area or something. Which is, I know it's a cop-out,
Yeah, like-
but maybe that's actually just it.
Like, at Beacon, I highly doubt they would tolerate that kind of shit.
Granted,
But
we also
in,
they do see the town around Beacon, and there's really nothing going on there.
True.
Yeah, nothing is happening.
Like, again, it's a cop-out, but maybe this area is just like really fucking cool about it.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't watched the last 3 episodes. I imagine I'll find some shit. Maybe fucking.
You'll see something with Velvet.
I already know what happens with Velvet.
Yeah, we talked about it on a spoiler in like the last podcast.
Yeah.
It's great.
I read ahead. I fucking read up on that shit, and I was like, wow, that's OP as fuck.
You know, we should probably
Potentially.
stop talking about Ruby. Because we talk about it
Oh.
too much.
I mean, the fucking new section's about Ruby too.
The new section is.
Has the
And also,
Volume 3
we got
soundtrack come out
roles.
yet?
I
I wish it
fucking know.
did. It has not. It has not yet. I don't think it has.
Because
Usually they
I want
announce that.
really
I
badly.
want it to. I want it to.
Like, the Ruby music, Jeff Williams just knocks it out of the park, like, every time.
He sounds like a dentist.
Jeff Williams?
Yeah. He sounds like a president or a dentist. Possibly both.
Okay. So do we? Wait. When does Ian want to pop in?
I don't think he is
Mine
at this.
I asked him and he said later.
We might
Okay,
be
that-
done by later.
We did a 4-hour podcast last podcast.
We did, but we can just choose to end it and just play games.
Yeah.
We could literally end it right now. That'd probably be the most
Well,
unsatisfying
we
thing
need to
ever.
talk about. We need to do this. We don't need to do
We
this,
need
but
to
it'd
at
be
least
great.
read the fan fiction.
Yeah, at least need to read the fan fiction.
That's #1 priority. You know, I want to start a
That-
petition.
For
That-
That
Unrelated
also-
topic? I want to start a petition to change the name of this podcast entirely.
Nope. It's Japan time.
It
problem
is
is this is
so
this is
bad
fucking Nick
and
Cave.
misleading.
But we
This is
like
Nick's-
Ruby is technically Japanese. Like
No, it's not.
Think
No,
about
it's
where
not. It's
Monty is
American.
from.
It's fucking.
No,
It's American
it doesn't
Western
matter.
animation.
Fucking, it was a fucking Western-made animation. Literally, almost everyone who worked on it was Western, and it was made in the U.S. That qualifies it to be Western. More than
Like,
Japanese.
sure, it's getting. Sure,
That's
it's getting a
racist.
Japanese. Sure, it's getting a Japanese dub, but that doesn't qualify it for
Wait,
shit.
Really?
Ruby's getting a
I wanna
Japanese
watch that.
dub.
I wanna
Yeah,
watch
they
that.
are. They are getting a Japanese dub.
Well then, maybe
actually
it'll be
really
better
wanna
than
see-
an English dub.
I really want to see how they cast the voices for that.
They're doing. That's happening. So
Like, it's usually like the big, like, deep voice guys usually get a really fucking weird voice. Like, you know, normally main heroes, like, you know how Goku in Japanese is basically played by a lady? And it really sounds weird?
Yeah.
dude, a lot of people are played by girls. It's kind of
I
disturbing.
want to see what Sun Wukong sounds like.
Maybe
or
the voice
son.
actor will. Maybe the voice will act. Maybe the voice actor will actually be able to voice act.
That's another thing. It'll
Fucking-
actually probably be better.
I know he's not. I know he's a Let's player, but that was just so bad.
Like, he
It
didn't even
fucking-
try to change his voice in
I don't
any
get
way.
it, though. But the thing is, he's actually in anime, though. Fairy Tail. We talked about this once again last podcast.
And One Piece, apparently, one of the extras.
Apparently. I don't get it.
All right,
I guess
moving on,
knowing
we-
somebody.
There are two things we need to address before we fucking descend into chaos.
The
Anime-
title of this podcast?
Fuck
Nope.
your title of the podcast. Anime we're gonna watch for next week,
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Mhm.
and then the fucking fan fiction.
All
Who
of
votes
Naruto.
No, God, please. That's not gonna. I don't even think that's
Um,
feasible to do in a week at this point.
I already watched all of Naruto, so I'm
Great
good on that
T
front.
race and all. Great T race and all.
Great T-Race is fucking terrible. I've already watched all of Naruto original, but if we're talking like Shippuden, it's gonna be a bit of an
Fuck.
issue.
God, piece of shit. All right. I mean, yeah. Does that include the fucking spin-off shit that's Boruto?
Wait, what?
Naruto?
That's his fucking son.
His name? Wait, what? Hey, what's his son's name? Excuse me? Oh. I got an interruption. All of Pokemon.
Boruto.
Oh, that.
Boruto is Naruto's son. This
The
is
fuck
this
kind
is
of name is that?
Alright. Yo.
care. I don't care because I don't really care about Naruto.
Yo,
But
if we're talking like Naruto spoilers, I think you should stop that right now.
You know,
no, he has a son.
at this point, no one cares. No
I
one
care.
cares.
I care.
He doesn't. Man, he doesn't die at the end of the series. Wow, man, that's
What?
a really big spoiler considering he's the fucking
didn't-
protagonist.
I didn't know
Protagonists
that.
rarely die, and the people that even if you're very remotely aware that Naruto exists, you're probably pretty sure that he's gonna live towards the end. This isn't one of those.
You know,
This isn't one of those
Naruto
series.
at this point is so old. Back then, it was cool. Like, all the concepts weren't as much a cliche as they are now. It's just that old.
Everything's a fucking cliche.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything
Alright,
about Naruto is a
so-
cliche. But the thing is, it didn't really start as that. It started pretty cool, and, it wasn't really done too much before. It was the first big one.
So what
I
anime are we going to watch for our anime
I'm
home?
currently looking.
And to what episode? Like,
Yeah, let's
Hey.
not pick... Can I pick the entirety of Pokemon? Let's not do
No.
that, though.
hey, we could watch Never mind.
What the fuck?
I was
Baby
about to
Metal?
Baby Steps, which is a tennis anime, but it's 50 episodes long, so.
What the fuck?
That and I'm pretty sure I would not watch it.
Alright,
Like-
then how about a volleyball anime?
Let's-
No,
What is
let's
no,
Haikyuu?
anything involved in anything with sports. Get that shit out of here.
Let's try and be
Haikyuu-
good. Hey, ironically enough, let's try and be good sports brothers. Like, if you pick a Gundam anime and for some reason Nick agrees to that, I'll go with it and watch the Gundam anime. I'm not going to enjoy it, probably, but I'll watch it.
Hey,
What,
what,
Jack? Just like you watched Log Horizon, watched first 6 minutes, decided to
Okay,
cliche
that
and leave.
was.
what about.
I came into this with a new mindset.
Alright.
I didn't have time to get into Log Horizon.
Yeah. I think Warframe says otherwise.
Oh, I think I have an idea for what I'm going to put forward.
Free Iwatani Swim Club?
What? I know. Funny enough, I was going to say that, but no, I'm not that much of a dick.
What? It's
Unlike
just guys
the
getting
fucking
wet with
rest of
each other.
I don't like watching gay ass fucking dudes in a swim club.
It is perfectly plutonic relationships.
The internet will tell you otherwise.
Alright, how about Gintama? It's only like 311 episodes long.
No.
It's apparently good though, I guess.
Apparently it's just really just making
Alright,
fun
alright.
of everything else.
I have an actual suggestion this time.
Right?
Go
Monogatari.
ahead.
First legitimate suggestion.
On
Bake
what of?
Bake Monogatari.
Care to spell that?
Wait. Are you sure that's the first one? There's like
That's-
50 of the damn things.
Yeah, no, I made sure of this.
50 of
Bake
them.
Monogatari is the first one. Yes.
Oh, okay.
How do you
I'm-
spell that? I'm trying to look up everything we do.
That's legitimately-
BAKE MONO.
legitimately, that's
Okay.
something. Fucking type it. Type
I
it.
see
Type
it.
it. Type it.
I see it.
G-A-T-A-R-I. Bakemonogatari.
Wait, is this like that one? Is this that one series that has like fucking 10
It has a
million
couple
like?
of other series. It has a couple of
Yeah,
other series. and
okay.
You need to watch it in order to understand.
well,
Yeah,
only
okay. I
watch-
started watching one of them. I think I don't know which one I started watching. I started watching one of them, and I just noticed like the fucking thing is like a drug trip. I had no fucking clue what was going on, and then I figured out there's like 10
Yo.
other seasons I should have watched.
The entire show is
So-
basically just talking, but the dialogue is great. The writing's amazing in that show.
What the fuck is the first? Okay, this is a chronological order. It starts with a movie prequel that's not yet released. Then Neko Monogatari Kuro. I think
Wait,
okay.
Neko
I was actually
first?
looking for this.
No, it should be Bake.
Yeah, apparently, and then it's Bake Monogatari.
What?
According, like I'm looking
might
at
be-
I'm looking
it
at the
might be a
fucking
prequel.
page for Bake Monogatari, and then it has this chronological order. Apparently, there's a movie that's not yet released. That's apparently the first in the series. Then Neko, then Bake, then Nisei, then all this other shit.
All right.
Holy fuck!
I have the release order here. At least
I
it
don't
should.
know
Yeah,
if
but the release order doesn't
What?
matter.
Yeah, I mean, if a movie that's not yet released is technically first sequentially, fucking that doesn't matter.
All right, so
Really-
let's just say, since Bakemonogatari is basically the first one, let's
Is
just
it?
say it's the first one that was released.
Story's chronological order says Neko first.
I know, but in order of like when it was released, Bake is first. So let's watch that first.
All right,
This-
I'm totally down to watch this if,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna put mine first, of course.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, that's actually Ian.
Holy shit, is it coming?
Let's find out.
Oh,
Yo,
Dude,
fucking 54 minutes into a podcast, and we have a surprise guest.
51 minutes actually. Thank you very much.
That's the
Everyone
cursed
hears-
time.
everyone here's a horrible person.
Yo,
Mike isn't working. Hang on.
Young Justice might get a third season on Netflix.
I've never watched Young Justice.
Young Justice is great.
So, I don't know about that.
I don't even. Sounds like it's shit.
No,
Yeah.
it's really good. Like and Ian
Is
left, sorry.
oh, it's that shit about it's DC.
Like, all right, so basically
I don't-
the apprentices of all the Justice Leaguers, Batman.
I know the
Superman.
concept.
Yeah, all of them get together and do a thing.
I'm done.
They create their own
And he's gone.
Young
And he's
Justice
gone.
League. Since the older Justice League members won't let them join the Justice League. And
So
the
it's basically Teen Angst Rebellion Justice League.
like Teen Titans. It's
Never watched Teen Titans.
well, you know how good
Teen
Teen
Titan-
Titans is, right? Or at least what people
No.
said about it. Well then,
I know what they
Teen
say about it.
Is
like
from what I've heard, it's decent.
Like
Better
young,
than Go. It's better than Teen Titans Go.
really, yeah.
Remember this is
Yeah,
about
Go's
anime
terrible.
and about anime recommendations and what we were gonna watch. How do we get on this?
Just let me say Young Justice real quick. All right, so Young Justice.
Okay, you just said it. You just said it. There, so we're done there.
Plugging it in.
It's really good. All right, just it's like it's I
There
would
we
s-
go.
It's a less comedic
Okay.
version of Teen Titans, but it's still comedic. There, done.
Oh,
Ian, your
Yeah.
mic fixed yet?
Yo.
That
Ian.
silence says otherwise.
I'm assuming that's a no.
Probably.
Oh wait, no, I can hear him. Yeah, sure.
What?
Uh huh.
I cannot
Yeah.
hear him.
Totally.
I cannot.
Okay. He's
Okay,
saying.
nice- Yeah, fuck off, Nick.
Yeah, no, I can't hear you.
So there's that. So we have one real recommendation.
Bakemonogatari.
The thing is, I have two recommendations. I just don't fucking know which one I want to go with.
Just
It's-
pick one.
The thing is Ian.
The thing is, do I want to do the one that's actually anime or the one that's, more decent but not technically anime?
It doesn't matter.
We
I'll
could-
go with the one that's actually anime.
Oh,
Well,
Okay.
Ian left again. All right, cool. And
so
he's
have
out of
either of you watched past like a few episodes of Ghost Stories?
I have not. I have not watched a single episode, but apparently the English dub is amazing to listen to.
That's specifically the English dub. I would not force anyone to watch the not-English dub of Ghost Stories. Chris? Is this a
Wait,
familiar concept to you? Ghost Stories?
Nope.
Alright, do you know the concept of this?
Nope.
Okay, so Ghost Stories was a failed Japanese animation about basically what it is. Kind of like kids going, like, that move to this new town and they have a lot of ghost encounters. The thing is, it failed in the Japanese release. So some American people bought it. I don't know if it was Funimation or not. And then they had the English voice actors basically just say, fuck it, and they ad-libbed a shit ton of stuff. And it became really fucking funny, and it's notorious for just being hilarious.
With all
It's great. I watched the first episode. There's literally a girl who's like just a Jesus freak, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'd put forth Ghost Stories as a comedy.
Ghost Stories is 20 episodes long. 20 episodes.
You probably don't. Well, don't have to watch that much. A decent bit.
Wait, how many episodes?
20.
Apparently.
I
20 is
sneezed.
not that bad. I mean, I didn't do Log Horizon in the original deadline of 1 week but like, cause like, you know, somebody was sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
who it was.
I had watched like 3 episodes. If we had done the podcast, I probably wouldn't have done shit. I probably wouldn't have watched it.
There you go. I enriched your life, I think.
Moved on to probably would have just moved on to Ruby and been like, yo.
Alright, so Chris, what do you put forth to this table?
I could put forth something, and then I could not put forth something.
Now, is it Gundams?
Is it working this time?
Yes.
It
We
is.
can hear you.
Finally.
Welcome to the podcast, finally.
It wouldn't register.
It is.
It wouldn't register my microphone in curse for some reason, so I had to restart it.
Alright.
Weird. So we're working on anime homework at the moment. We're like deciding what anime we want to watch in the week coming up and then talk about next week.
Preferably, actually, the rule basically is at least make sure everyone but one of us has to have not seen it. So you could could have already seen it and then force it.
No, everyone but 2 of us. Like it's like you, like the person submitting it could have seen it, but if like everyone else hasn't seen it, then it's fine.
Yeah.
And you know, if it's good enough, potentially, you know, we have to be so strict with these rules. If it's good enough and we all fucking agree to it, let's fucking do it.
Currently,
But
these
it's better if at
suggestions
least one
are
person haven't seen it.
Bakemonogatari and Ghost Story. So is it the current?
The English Ghost Stories, mind you.
Yes, not the Japanese version.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions?
There was an anime I was watching a while ago that I was waiting to be finished dubbed. It was called Heavy Object, I think.
I've actually never heard of this.
Neither have I.
It has
I think
It
I've heard of it.
has basically mechs. It has mechs that aren't mechs. It has giant tank things. Let's go with that.
Are
It
the
looks- yeah,
tanks girls.
There's currently 14 dubbed
Oh, nope.
episodes. Apparently, it's a pleasant
And
surprise.
apparently, it's still friggin' airing. So
So
I mean, we
can't
could do that.
really-
That's
We
not
can't really finish it though.
that. We
We
can still
could
talk
do it.
about it. Oh wait, you have your fucking weird ass rule that you can't go back to shit.
It's not a rule, more as it's an impulse.
It's a
like
rule.
he
You
doesn't.
fucking
he doesn't
ADD
wanna go
motherfucker.
back.
Like, all right, here's what happens with anime and me. All right, I gotta. Finish
Oh gosh,
watching
I don't
an
want to hear it
anime-
again.
I know, but nobody else is here. I gotta finish watching an anime within 2 weeks of initially watching it, or else I taper off of it and I basically never watch it again. Or I
Weirdo.
come back to it like 7 or 8 months later. Like, it takes me a long time to just circle back around to it. Like, Death Parade, which is amazing, by the way. I watched the first, like 10 episodes. There were only 2 episodes left, and it took me like a week and a half to get back around to it. Even though I wasn't busy, like I could have watched it anytime. It was just like I didn't finish watching it in that one sitting, so I was like, eh.
Okay.
So yeah, I basically gotta watch it within
Alright.
2 weeks. And for shows that are like 400 episodes long,
Oh,
I do
gosh,
it
you're
in
still talking.
bursts. Hey, Go
Okay.
ahead.
So,
I've heard this explanation so many fucking times.
Ian, do you have another recommendation that's finished?
I mean, I'm actually okay with Heavy Objects, but fucking Nick.
It's a suggestion.
Now here's the question:
Okay.
Is Heavy
Well,
Objects only still airing in the fucking English, or is it actually done subbed? Because I am perfectly fine with subs.
I don't get
It is. It is. I'm pretty sure it is subbed because
Yep,
like if
there
I'm waiting
is
for
14 dubbed episodes and 19 subbed episodes, so I can only assume... Oh, no, wait, it's still ongoing in subs.
Oh, good.
Ian's playing
Wow.
Minecraft.
I'm just reinstalling the things I haven't reinstalled yet.
It's fine. It's not like fucking podcasts are so fucking
Oh,
energy and fucking intensive.
yo, they made a second season of a certain scientific railgun. I gotta watch that.
I've never watched the first. Anyway, Chris, what is your suggestion? Good suggestion.
Well,
10 out of 10.
hold on.
Did you not have enough
Just-
time?
I mean, I have something in my mind, and I don't want to do. And I'm thinking, I'm looking over animes that I'm going to watch and seeing if there's anything better than what I'm going to. Granted, probably all of these are better than.
I'm currently watching Vanguard because I'm bored.
Vanguard. Haven't heard of it.
I think I
Yes.
have. I might be thinking of Van Dread instead.
Shit.
Let's-
I am thinking of Van Dread, not Vanguard. All right.
I actually don't see anything named Vanguard, which is really peculiar.
It's Card
Alright.
Fight Vanguard.
Oh, that thing!
That one.
Is it blatant
Why?
Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff? Like we suggested it was?
Somewhat, but the duels go a lot faster than a Yu-Gi-Oh duel because it's like you basically can only take 6 damage and then you lose.
Wow. Well, it's just like you can only take 8,000 life points of damage before you lose. Otherwise,
I mean, in the show it was 4,000.
in this
Well,
show,
you
it's-
only have monster cards in Vanguard.
They apparently made a second season of a certain magical index as well, so I gotta watch that.
He stops World War III.
A certain magical index, I've heard of that.
Railgun is a spin-off which I think is better than Index, but each of them have their
You see,
own merits.
Immediately turned off to the idea of watching either of those as soon as she said that.
Why?
Of what? As soon as he said
Because
what?
I hate that.
What, when they do a spin-off?
Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to watch the spin-off first. Like, is the spin-off better?
Okay,
then that
okay.
means I have to get through the first. That means I have to get to the
Alright.
original first. Otherwise, I
Here's
can't
what-
watch the spin-off.
Here's what you do. You watch Index first, alright? That gets you to know the characters, then you go to the spin-off, because it develops on, like, the base
Immediately turned
thing.
off.
It
The
develops...
spin-off is technically a prelude. Is technically a prequel.
Oh gosh.
I don't.
Fuck and they just fuck anything magical and scientific there. Now watch it.
I watched Index. I tried to watch Railgun. Same thing as Nick. Frigging interest waned, and that was that.
Oh, within, like, 2 weeks, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have like a friggin' set time limit, but yeah, interest waned. So, I mean, all right. So I'm just gonna get my suggestion out of the way because it's literally not gonna get chosen anyways. But fuck it, I'll say it.
could.
Fucking, it could. I don't think it is going to. Friggin' Mobile Suit Gundam Unit.
I mean, who here has not seen that?
Me.
I haven't.
All right then. You need to invalidate my point. Why don't you?
I
Get right.
I've seen it. I like it. I like
What
it.
was it? Mobile Suit Gundam what?
Unicorn.
Trigger? Unicorn.
The only thing about it is, unlike regular or contemporary, unlike regular animes, they decided to release like the episode. The episodes are like, I think they're like an hour long each. They're like an hour.
There's a lot of Gundam shit.
It's Unicorn. Yeah, there's only 7 episodes, but each is an hour. Each is like an hour each. So it's the equivalent of 14 regular anime episodes.
Huh.
But friggin'
Alright,
premise
how
of the
many Mobile
story.
Suit Gundams are there at this point?
A lot.
Probably more than 10, maybe.
Way too many.
12.
There are way too many. There are way too many, and it's. I mean, I'm not gonna get around to watching most of them, mostly because a lot of them are like older, and so like they have like the older animation. I'm just kind of no, I don't want to watch.
Alright. So to
I don't want to watch
recap,
the older animation.
we have Bakemonogatari, or whatever the fuck it's called, Ghost Stories,
Yeah,
Heavy
wait.
Object, and Gundam.
Can the people who suggested each at least restate what the fuck it's about, so that way.
Failed Japanese show turned comedy when the English fucking voice actor said fuck it.
Okay, so that's Ghost Stories. Nick, go.
Alright. So, Bakemonogatari. A show all about...
gosh.
What?
I just imagine this is going to become really fucking convoluted and weird based on what I've seen.
No, it's actually real...
There was shit about vampires and demons.
Alright, look. The show is entirely about people talking, but
Acid.
the writing in the show and the camera angles at which they switch to at regular intervals is amazing. Like,
It's like modern art, really.
the
It's
cinematography
really pretty
in each...
Yeah, it's really
Alright.
pretty to look at.
So, the one scene I like to make reference to with Bakemonogatari, but I watched the first 4 episodes.
How about just
at
the
some
summary
point.
for now?
I watched the first 4 episodes at some point, and then I stopped because of that 2-week time limit thing. Plus, it is
Summary.
really difficult to watch this show for like.
Summary.
All right, fine.
Here's
Show
all
all about
fucking
people.
3 sentences. 3 fucking sentences, right? You get 3 sentences from this point on. Go.
Ooh.
Better not
Bakemonogatari,
run
a
the fuck
show
on.
all about people talking. The camera angles they use are great. The characters and story progression and writing are also great.
I mean, that one was a bit of a
Wow.
run on, but sure.
That was
You
3
kept it under.
sentences.
You kept it 3 sentences. All right, Ian,
They
you're
can all
up
be
next.
run-on sentences. You never said anything about run-ons.
Heavy Object is a military anime where you get mechs that aren't technically mechs, they're just giant robot sphere things that have electromagnetic tank treads that just hover across the ground. They destroy stuff, blah 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 reasons.
Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Go ahead.
Fucking
Same thing.
Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn.
You literally said all you need to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about the fuck. It's arguably the best. It's arguably the current. It's arguably the best Mobile Suit anime to come out within recent years. Ignoring Gundam Build Fighters. If you ignore those, which granted those were targeted at children anyways, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn is arguably the best Gundam anime, and it's about people that are fighting over shit, and they use fucking Mobile Suit.
I'd be up for that.
It's really nice because like it actually has a fairly decent story that it develops over the 7-hour-long episodes it has. And then another little thing about it is it's also getting actually fuck it, I'll just shut the fuck up. But yeah. Fucking
Is that 3
Alright.
sentences?
More, but doesn't matter.
fuck you. That was for Nick because Nick was gonna continue on.
Oh,
He was
you know
gonna
what?
describe to
I'm all
he
for
was
that
gonna
only
describe
weak part.
to us. He He was gonna describe to us all of Monogatari, and we were just gonna be like, now I don't need to fucking watch this because you described it all.
Alright, yeah.
Literally,
So-
I watched the whole thing because
How-
Nick told me every small detail.
How is the voting process for this gonna work?
You know, I was about to say, how the fuck did we decide?
Like, we're all gonna vote
Like-
for our own thing, so...
Isn't you know what this is? This is the fucking like pirate whatever the fuck voting thing happened in Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like everyone
We all
votes
get,
for
like-
themselves.
Alright, so
We need someone else to vote.
the easiest way to do this. You know what? 2 votes, you can't vote for your thing.
Alright.
Oh, that works.
And you can't put 2 votes into the same thing because that's not really fair.
2 votes can't vote for your thing. Okay.
2 votes and you can't double down on anything, so you can't be like so.
So just put a +1 and then the name of the person that whose anime you're voting for, and then we'll all put that in the curse chat at the same time.
Alright.
Alright,
type
so
it out,
just type it
everyone?
out. Type it out. So
Basically, like +1 blank, and then right next to that +1 blank.
and it's the name of the person who suggested it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Just whichever ones you would like watch in order. Like I want to watch this one, and then this one, and then eventually like which one has your priority over the other.
And
Basically.
you can't vote for yourself.
You
No.
can't vote for yourself, and you can't double down on anything. You have to vote
I
for
think
2 separate
mathematically
ones.
we can't hit a stalemate, or it's not likely we're gonna hit a stalemate.
Not likely we'll hit.
not
Alright,
likely.
so I'm
Alright.
done. I've typed up.
I'm done too.
So-
Typing.
So what were the options again?
It was...
Ghost Stories, Bakemonogatari,
And-
yours, and then a Gundam.
You can't vote for your own.
Okay.
Apparently a good Gundam.
Mobile Suit Gundam Unit, the best Gundam that's come out in recent years because it isn't complete bullshit.
You know what's gonna be great? It's gonna be great when someone fucks up this voting thing. Like somehow, someone is gonna fuck up the voting.
Somehow we end up
We
with
did.
2 animes that have the same amount of votes.
Do we just send it into?
You get a
do we
5th
just
anime?
Enter it in the chat. Do we just
Yeah.
enter it into
We're
the
gonna
chat?
send
say,
it
like-
all at once to not sway
Plus
each other's
one-
opinions, basically.
Right.
+1 Chris or +1 Nick.
Yep,
We're
you're
gonna-
out
we're
of the
gonna put-
equation.
Can
We're
we
gonna
have
enter
2?
it in. You have 2 votes. You can't double down
Okay.
on anything.
Yeah,
Are we
can't
good?
vote for
We
yourself.
fucking talked about it for so fucking long. All right,
Alright.
Everybody.
we good?
All right.
On the count
5,
of...
4.
Wait. Do we
3,
go? Wait, do we
3,
go on
2,
go or what?
2,
Wait, what?
1.
What?
Go.
Go!
Oh, I messed
What
it
the
up.
fuck?
No.
What is that?
I messed it up.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I managed to win.
Really? All right.
Let's see,
see.
we
We got
got-
one for.
Everyone
there's
else
two-
voted for me. We have 2 votes for. We have 2 votes for Dominic, 1 vote for Nick, and 1 vote for Ian.
No, I got
All right,
2
so I
votes
guess
for
we're watching
me.
Gundams.
I got 2
Mobile
votes from me.
Suit.
One from you
What?
and then one from.
Oh, okay. So
So
you have
we-
2.
We're
Ian
tied.
has 1.
Oh,
So
Wait a minute, no.
I guess you play a
let's-
Yu-Gi-Oh
wait,
match.
wait. All right. So it's 1, 2, 3 votes for you. Then there's 1,
I got
2
2 votes.
2 votes for me. 2 votes for Iggy. All right, Chris, you won. Never mind.
yeah, everyone else voted for mine, and that's
Yeah.
nice.
All right.
Yeah. Granted, no wait. There's 2 votes for Chris with a K, and then there's 1 vote for Chris with a CH.
Oh, that is
Fuck
true.
you. Fuck you.
All right,
All right,
Mobile
we're gonna watch
Suit Gundam it is.
Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, and you said you
We'll
weren't gonna
see.
fucking win.
I honestly didn't expect to win due to the whole. Did it just because it's a mech anime? I mean I know Nick's semi interested in. There was that one time in freshman year where we spent like one period in U.S. history just talking about Gurren Lagann. That was fucking great.
Yo, Gurren Lagann.
Eh,
Drills to
Here's-
pierce the heavens.
I was about
Yeah.
to make that joke. Damn you.
Dominic, I'm not sure about your taste, and neither am I sure about Ian's. taste in
Honestly,
anime.
I've never been a big mech person, but I'm willing to give another one a try.
All right. So, we
You know.
now have our anime to watch. Viewers at home, you now also have your anime to watch.
What the fuck
It
years
is-
at home? Like
It
anyone
is 7. It is 7 episodes, each about an hour if it were to go on TV. So there you go.
Yeah, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so fuck,
Really
what
nice.
was it?
Really
Oh yeah,
nice.
Ian, you don't know this yet. So we actually have like a specific section for the podcast now.
God. This is
Yes.
happening. This is happening.
During the 7-hour live stream about playing games we did, about 3 or 4 hours of it was just us talking, and somehow we got on the topic of Ruby fanfictions.
There? No, it's not.
I'm already
Um,
face palming.
Well,
And we
The
did a reading.
reality of it was, I was like, hey, Dominic, would you be interested in reading fan fiction? And you're like, meh.
Oh, you know what it was?
And so-
Actually, in the
Oh,
previous
fuck it.
podcast, we talked about a fucking Ruby VN. And then you brought that up in the fucking stream because they're like, hey, look at this. And then I read it. I read the first chapter of
Read it out.
RHRS.
Here's the
And
link to
now
the
it's a
first
thing.
chapter if you need it.
So yeah, that's gonna be a highlight at some point. I think Nick's editing it to that fucking episode.
All right, so we are about to read chapter 2.
Are we about to? I was just explaining it.
I mean, why not? Since we're on the topic.
All right.
So
So I'm gonna
Chap-
give a summary of for fucking Ian's sake. I'm gonna give him a summary of the
Alright,
characters we currently
really
have.
quick though,
in the
really
story.
quick though. If you want to listen to chapter 1, you'll listen to it right now.
Oh man. Dominic, since you're not doing shit, you want to read a horrible fan fiction?
I mean, I'm just kind of engrossed in marshmallows right now.
Oh,
What the fuck
OG-san?
are you doing?
Yo, I fucking wrecked that game. I got 18 final blows and 26 eliminations.
But did you get play of the game?
I did not. It was a fucking
Yeah.
Hanzo Hattori.
Yep. Hanzo
Hey.
Hattori Ko.
And he died during his play of the game. Fucking
See how many people were paying attention yesterday?
What?
Hey man, I'm just gonna post a... No.
Oh no. Okay, I'm reading it.
Damn it.
Chapter 1, Destiny. This is the story. Okay, let me read the synopsis here. This is the story about a team who is also going to Beacon. Oh gosh. I laughed and I coughed at the same time. Can they match up to the teams that have made up Beacon? This is the first installment of this fanfiction, and you might think you might like this team if you keep reading. If you don't know, you might miss out on a team that could compete with Team Ruby. Are you ready for this and the chapters that come out? You have to stay tuned. Ooh. By Rydial 009. This is called Ruby Team RHRS. Chapter 1. Destiny? Question mark?
Holy shit, are you just gonna fucking dramatically read this for us?
Oh, fuck yes.
please do.
Oh, great.
Okay, this thing is a few
Nick
paragraphs.
Nick doesn't need to fucking read. Great.
All right, go ahead.
Okay,
Nick needed to
Do
be
it.
a bigger, lazy piece of shit.
this is gonna be a stream highlight, motherfuckers.
Do
Alright,
it.
Chapter 1. Destiny? Question mark? I sat at the park when some thugs were harassing a woman. Oh gosh, here we go. I like how he picked the one guy who has a fucking cough right now to do this. She has the dark
I
complexion.
never picked it, I just put it in the fucking chat and never expected it to be read.
You asked me to.
I
Here's the
expected you, I asked you to read it, but not to, like, read it to us.
No, please
Oh
keep
no,
going.
it's going down.
Please
It's
keep
down.
going.
It's going down, motherfuckers. Going down
Okay.
Slam Town with this shit. She has a dark complexion, wearing a 3/4 sleeve, white button down, a red tie, black shorts, black suspenders, and black combat boots. Her hair is a big curly poof ponytail on top of her head with blunt bangs. He really hates
Nick is
ponytails.
dying. Nick is fucking dying again.
Of all the
like he got
things, a
killed by
ponytail?
Widowmaker.
Really?
And
No,
and
wasn't
this-
Widowmaker.
I didn't end that sentence. And an archer's arrow beret in the front. Getting up and walked over. Wait, what? Getting up and walked over. That's not a sentence. Getting up and walked over there. Period. They turned their attention over to my direction. What you want, punk? The thug asked. Why don't you leave her alone? I answered. I'm fine. You don't have to. ... She started. But wait, what the fuck? What is this? This is not grammar. She started. More thugs came over, and I was at the ready. I didn't really have to cut these guys. Just knock them over and out with the dull side of my swords. Okay, he's a sword user. Good to know. It was quick when I struck them down, but the others pulled out guns. The next thing surprised me when an archer's arrow quickly disarmed them. Looking to see the damsel in distress wasn't really in distress. An archer's bow with curved blade at the base within her hands and poised at the ready to shoot again. They left after they had a good look. You're training to be a warrior too, huh? Asking her. I told you I can handle it, she reported. She never said that. She retorted. My mistake. My name is Rye. What's yours? Oh boy. Rye. That's pretty damaging. I say as I place my weapons back where they belong. My name is Harwin, she said, and the bow became collapsed and put away. I get a feeling we'll run into each other again in the near future, I said and walked off. You're going to Beacon too, aren't you? Harwin spoke up. I turned my head over my shoulder and said, yeah, I'll see you then. End first fucking paragraph. Here we go.
It begins.
Okay, so that was the first paragraph, and there's already so many grammar mistakes. It's great. Oh boy, here we go. On the ship a week later.
You know who the author is, just saying, but going.
I do? What are you talking about?
Keep going.
It's by
Yeah.
Rydile 009.
I don't know. On the ship a week later, and no signs of Harwin, there were these two bickering at each other like siblings. I decided to investigate and walked over. Silver snarl is better than your heavy arms, the woman said to the guy. Heavy arms are more reliable than a magic sword, he argued. What about a magical sword, speaking up? Your name, she asked me. Rye. Yours? I replied. I'm Star, and this genius over here is Reiner. Star tells me and points a finger over at the guy. At least I made my weapon and not get it a hand-me-down, Reiner spoke proudly. Well, I'd like to hear about each of your weapons. Wait, what? Well, I'd like to hear about each of your weapons.
Bastion.
Sounded interested? What? Okay, now here's how it goes. It's like he says, okay, I made my weapons, period. Well, I'd like to hear about each
Got
of
a
your
black
weapons,
hole.
period. Sounded interested, period. What the fuck? That's not... What? There was like 3 fragmented sentences in a row.
This is absolutely a highlight.
Silver Snar has been in our family for generations. I am the... There's a period in between... Okay, never mind. The Silver Star has been in our family for generations. I am the first female to wield this blade and tap into its most inner powers. Star said and showed the blade that was twice her size. Yeah, yawn. Heavy arms are these giant gauntlets that transform into machine guns and can be used for devastating blows. As they continue to debate over the better weapon, I noticed their outfits. Star wore a blue jacket, black undershirt, and short denim shorts. Short denim shorts. What?
I mean,
Short
short shorts. Like, they go up to maybe her ankle.
I guess, but I've never heard that like that. Okay, anyway.
To
And
her
black high tops.
To her ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking... And Reiner wore a simple black hoodie with black pants and black shoes. Nick, this sounds like you. His gauntlets were also black, and it too seemed like his hoodie sleeves were not too close to his weapon. I can see Star's simple blade had a blue hilt, and the metal looked like orichalcum. Really? Orichalcum? Really?
Why?
That's just a random-ass metal. I'm also really proud I read that right. Orichalcum.
It's actually pronounced Orichalcum.
Fuck you. Not just the strongest metal, but known for its magical properties too.
But no.
The ship soon landed. Yeah, but known
wait,
for its magical
wait,
properties too.
No.
The ship soon landed,
Come on.
and all of us were boarding off. Beacon looked so beautiful and amazing. I bet the view is incredible too. At orientation, Professor Ozpin gave an unusual speech, getting assigned to a locker to keep our gear in, and we were all sleeping. Wait, getting assigned a locker to keep our gear in, and we all were sleeping in this ballroom like some kind of sleepover. I was listening to my music when I felt something nudge my foot. It was Harwin in her pajamas, and took what?
The weapon. I found one weapon.
Blackrock shooter.
No, look in the description, read far into it, and you figure out which weapon that one is.
I can see it. All right, then. Where the fuck was I?
Do you mind describing it for Nick? Because Nick doesn't fucking look at shit. He's playing Overwatch.
No, I stopped playing Overwatch.
Okay.
I'm listening now.
What part specifically do you want me to read?
My God, no,
I
he
just
can look at it now since he's looking. Look at the thing. Think back to the description of what, heavy arms. I think it was.
Yeah, heavy arms. Except I don't. Are these things machine guns also? If not, I mean they're very close, but there's a lot of very similar, melee weapons.
They are machine guns.
All right then. Maybe a little bit of inspiration. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
You're giving
All right.
him a lot.
Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, it was Harwin in her pajamas and took the headphone. Wait, what? It was Harwin in her pajamas and took off the headphones. All right. I guess we meet again, I answered. Okay, no, here's how it went. It goes in quotations. I guess we meet again. Period. I answered. Period. Good gosh. Yep. You heard how they're assigning teams tomorrow? Not really. It would consist of 4 people to make a team.
Really?
Star and Reiner walked up to us. We're actually going to get paired up into partners, and it'll be like that 4 years. It'll be like that for the 4 years we're here. Star told us. Like every time he ends a sentence in quotations, he puts a period, and then immediately does like 3 words and does a period again. What the fuck? How would you know such sources? How would you know such sources, if I may ask? Questioning her once again. That bad period. I know because my brother had tapped into the databanks on his wireless computer.
Ooh.
Reiner showed this small gadget he had. Aren't you resourceful? Harwin told Reiner and rubbed his head. He quickly fixed his black hair into his liking, which was to the sides and some in front of his forehead. What the fuck? The gray eyes had a gleam of something, but what was it? Star had suddenly sat next to me and asked, "What are you listening to?" "Just some remixes of songs," I replied. She had blue eyes and brown wavy hair.
This guy
Listening
really,
to my music... What?
He really likes wavy hair.
Seemingly so. Listening to my music, and I look at Harwin. That's an entire sentence. Listening to my music, and I look at Harwin. She didn't seem to talk very much. That's also a sentence. I guess that one's actually a complete sentence. Very observant like I am, but I tend to question quite a bit. "Are you and Reiner related by any chance?" asking Star. "Unfortunately, yes," she answered. We're going to argue about the weapons or what?" Reiner asked, frustrated. You just need to accept that no matter what weapon it is, it's as good as the one that wields it," Star spoke wisely. "You just want me to admit that your weapon is superior and nothing else," he said, annoyed. "That's your assumption, but whatever." Answering a little muffed, said no one apparently.
Miffed.
Miffed. Oh boy, last paragraph. Hold in there. After we parted ways and the morning came, after we parted ways and the morning came, that should be a comma, at the lockers of the chatter of people trying to team up in well, what the fuck happened there? At the lockers that chatter of people trying to team up plans. What? One more time here. At the lockers that chatter, apparently these lockers chatter, that chatter of people trying to team up plans. Noticing this yellow-haired lady, once again, every time he, last one. Every time he fucking should do a comma, there's a period, and it's fucking me up. Noticing this yellow-haired lady, comma, my mind wandered a little bit, but shook my head after saying, "What was that about?" Looking myself over in the mirror in my locker, my spiky black hair, brown eyes... What? My spiky black hair, brown eyes, wearing a short-sleeved jacket with a gray undershirt, Apparently, his eyes are wearing a shirt, light brown cargo pants, and black and red high tops.
Fucking high tops?
Titanium bust. Apparently, this dude apparently likes high tops. Titanium burst will be strong for the what the fuck is that word?
Initiation.
I guess. I think it's spelled
Are you
wrong.
fucking? What the fuck are you doing, Nick? Are you like reading along?
Yes, it's actually spelled correctly as well. So that's just on you.
Okay, you know what? Like I said, spelling's not my strong suit. I couldn't get that word, man. Titanium burst would be strong for initiation. Dual swords can become one big sword and had a customized shotgun with 2 different rounds put into it. I know I was ready. We were on platforms that would send us flying into the Emerald Forest. The objective was to get to the ruins and collect a relic with the partner we had made eye contact with. Simple as that, and launched into the sky. Seeing the others I've met soon launched. Simple as that, and launch into the sky. Seeing the others I met soon launched as well. Get some, Reiner shouted as he flew out. Woo! Star shouted in excitement. Laughing to the things being said, to the Emerald Forest we will all head. Did you just make a rhyme there for no reason? Why? It wasn't even a sentence! Excuse me. Throat is... Wow, what the fuck? Using our own landing strategies, and I wondered who'd be my partner I'd make. I wondered who'd be my partner I'd make.
Wow.
To be continued.
Your voice is beautiful, Dominic.
Sorry. What the fuck? I mean, it's not a dating sim, but it's damn close.
It's apparently 13,309 words. Oh
my fucking
There's a
God.
chapter 2, and a chapter 3,
There's-
and a chapter
well-
and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
We don't
12.
need to go that far.
There are 12
Dude.
chapters of this.
I like to propose every podcast the fucking fan fiction reading segment.
No.
Sure.
Yes. I'm doing it.
Alright.
Are you gonna find
I-
more?
I'm
Find more, less being.
You know what? I'm going to start with this one. We're going to see how it goes to chapter 2. If chapter
Alright.
2 is good, we'll keep reading. Oh my gosh. What the fuck?
The grammar was all over the place.
Really fucking... I messed up once at the initiation, but man, fuck me. Wow. Fucking favoriting this page. Nice transition!
1:16:28.
Wait, does that mean as soon as I said nice transition, they just came back?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. You just look at that whole thing happened. That was like fucking half an hour. Ooh, that's, yeah, look
It
at that.
turns
We all
out I'm
stopped after.
actually going to start it now.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. 1:16:47.
Oh.
You know what the great thing is about editing? You can be a total asshole. It's
Yeah,
great.
you can. You can. You can censor things that don't need to be censored at all. It's great.
Markiplier's unnecessary censorship videos are great.
They're great. All right.
All right. So now recap. Go ahead.
All right. I just
Hang on,
watched it,
man.
but fucking
Be right
for
back.
people in. Oh,
Oh,
well,
no.
that defeats the purpose.
What happened?
I bet you Anthony doesn't come back.
Did he
The
drop
entire
from the
point
call?
of no,
No.
he had to go do something. The entire point of recapping was so Ian actually knew what was going on.
Oh, he's back.
The rest of us, were
I'm back.
here. The rest of
Alright.
us were here for this, so we already know what's happening.
Just
So,
so you know, in the next 5 minutes, I have to do the laundry machine.
motherfucker, then go do it. We'll talk about something else, and then we're gonna do
Yeah.
this.
All right.
The washing
We're not
turns out-
scary.
The washing machine ends in 5 minutes, and then I have to put it in the dryer.
Okay, so we give
Alright,
we just
There's something I want to talk
about
about then.
just wait.
All right. So never
Focus
mind on the
then.
Ruby fan fiction. Not yet.
It'll happen at some point. You've
So-
seen the fucking first bit, and now you have to wait.
Yeah.
Haha.
So if you want to read, if you actually want to read it yourself, then I will post the link to it in the description. Ooh.
So wait,
Yeah,
you
reading
guys
fan
actually,
fiction's fun.
read-
made a fan fiction.
No,
No,
we
we
didn't
didn't.
make it.
I found
Oh.
one.
We are reading it.
This is actually an older thing from It was posted in December of 2013, so it's actually fairly old.
Oh shit. Guys, I have to go right now, just letting you know.
As in,
Yeah,
like,
Okay.
no more podcast or what?
Because I kind of forgot I have a video homework due in about half an hour. So later.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, do it. See ya. Bye. Well then.
Well, that was special guest Ian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are we just like, we should take special guests? Like, eventually we're gonna get movie stars and shit on this podcast.
I mean, of course, like, Tay-Tay is my baby.
Who the fuck is Tay-Tay?
Taylor Swift.
What the fuck?
Okay. So,
No, what? Did you just fucking... What kind of vernacular was that? Nomenclature, what?
So, you know how some people say, like, oh yeah, she's my bae, or he's my bae.
That's... How does that equivalent to Tay-Tay?
I mean, Tay-Tay is like the short for Taylor, I guess. Or at least the Tay part is. So I was gonna
And how did
be
that
like,
fit in with Bay?
cause it rhymes, like Tay-Tay, Bay-Bay. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Let's fight an epic battle. No, not doing it. So,
you should stop.
Oh boy.
alright,
Alright,
so...
well then I guess there's really no point
Yeah.
in doing a recap unless you guys want to remember like the fucking names.
Recap it, do it.
I'm trying to really find the names right now, actually. Where the fuck are their names? They really should just be like a cast.
It's Star,
they-
Harwin,
Okay.
They appear
Reiner.
They appear to be at the end
Okay.
of the second chapter that I'm just glancing over, really, and I just noticed on the bottom.
Oh, that was fucking
We got
convenient.
Rye, Reiner, Star, and Harwin. So, who wants to do which part?
Wait,
or-
what the fuck?
Or should we do it in paragraphs, where, like, someone reads one paragraph, someone reads another paragraph?
Oh gosh, I really don't know.
There's actually 6 fucking paragraphs. Granted,
It's
one
actually
is really
shorter.
short.
It's just shorter than the last
Yeah.
one.
So we could each
One
get
is short.
2.
One's really short and one's abnormally long.
I mean, considering they also heard chapter 1.
I'd say the person that gets the short one also gets the fucking long one.
Oh!
If you
Chapter,
guys
gonna
are like that,
lie.
I'll just fucking read it all myself. You don't have to fucking worry about that.
Chapter
I'm
3
perfectly up for reading
True.
all this.
so
Yeah,
chapter
good. Read it all.
3 and 4 are all just one paragraph, by the way. Like,
fuck,
Can we just
really?
read those then?
like one solid
just
block of
read
writing.
Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, wait. You're not like... Oh. I... God damn
5
it.
goes back to regular format, so to 6,
Oh,
Listen,
my fucking God.
8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alright, so
I
for
don't.
some
know,
reason,
to be totally honest, if we were gonna do like assign characters or any of that bullshit, we wouldn't fucking know who the fuck is talking. It's really
True.
hard to tell.
alright, so we'll just do this in paragraphs. Like, someone reads the first paragraph, someone reads the second paragraph.
Oh, Dominic wants to read it all himself.
But I want to read
I said I could.
too. Aw.
How about we have days? How about this? I'll read this chapter, and the next podcast you can read the entirety of that monstrosity chapter 3.
But you already read the first chapter.
But it wasn't in a podcast.
True. I mean, it is now.
Fuck it. Do you want to read the second? We're
I
making
believe-
way too big a deal for this.
Who's going? All right, Chris, you'll read chapter 3. I'll read chapter 2. Sounds good. Good.
I don't think he wants to.
You're
if he
reading
wants
chapter
to,
3,
fucking
Chris.
I
All right.
mean, I'm monotone as fuck when I read, but I can't imagine Chris.
All right. So
Dude, do you want me to read this chapter just to see how it'll go? I'll forget. I can get hyped. I can
No,
get hyped.
everyone wants to do it.
You want to do this shit? You want to hear this shit?
I'll
Fucking, I'm starting. All right.
wait.
Friggin' here
You
we
gotta
go.
introduce it. This is. I'll
Boom.
introduce it. This is Ruby Team RHRS, RHRS by Rye
Rhino.
Dial 009. Chapter 2.
I called it. It's right now.
Emerald Forest Attack! Exclamation point.
Very necessary.
I just decided I didn't want to read Disco Nick.
Making my landing.
What happened to getting? What happened to getting hype? What happened there?
Chris, you
I read
read
the
chapter
sentence.
3.
I read the first sentence and I lost all hype. That's what happened. Read
Alright,
the first
Chris.
sentence, decided it wasn't worth it.
Chris, you're reading chapter 3, alright?
No.
Yes. I don't care. You're reading chapter
No,
3,
Ian
Chris.
can do it. Ian can do
If
it.
Ian is here next week, then he can read it. Yes.
Oh boy,
But
what
you
did I
are going
start?
to read a chapter, Chris. It's going to happen.
Go.
Alright.
Let's go.
You're fighting with a.
Chapter 2, Emerald Forest Attack! Exclamation point. Making
Gasp.
my landing by splitting a tree in half and slowed down about halfway. I overheard
Halfway
Reiner
where?
doing the voice commands on his computer. Computer, calculate landing areas and find out who is close to my location. Calculating, it replies. Coming down
I
and
regret
rustling-
having you read this.
Coming down and rustling in the bushes. Show yourself, he yelled. Relax, Reiner. If I didn't know better, you seem scared, I said as I walked over. I'm not, but I know that of one of my own attacks, I will retaliate probably since they started it. Right, yeah. So it looks like you integrated your computer into your heavy arms there, mentioning to him. Yep, this baby's very reliable. We walked
Well,
as we
there's
talked.
already so many grammatical fucking errors.
We walked
Ah,
as
yeah.
we talked, and he was telling me about some of the things of the people he's looked up. Weisschnee, the heir to the Schnee Dust Company. She wields Mirtenaster, a sword in which made use of both the dust and ore to deliver attacks. Yeah, long white hair and a ponytail, white dress and a jacket with white boots, I said. Well then. You know
You can't tell. You cannot tell.
You know
That
her?
was great.
Reiner surprised. We were friends once. People grow up and change. Ruby Rose, an exception picked by Professor Ozpin. She wields Crescent Rose, a high-velocity sniper sight that allowed her to cross the battlefield quickly and cut harder than she could on her own. Attached to her file was a chip of her fight, Reiner told me. I come over to look at the video, and for such a small fry, she
That
did
is your
quick
fucking.
and effective work on the goons of Torchwick.
Fine.
I'm going to make Torchwick...
How was that recorded?
Huh?
How the fuck would they have recorded that?
I don't know.
Shit. Who the
I'm
fuck
going to
knows?
make sure Torchwick was 6 feet
Well,
under.
actually, didn't like the first episode Osmond have a recording?
I don't
Did he?
think so.
I think he did.
I don't. He had cookies.
He had
That is
cookies.
true.
That
The
is
cookies were
true.
delicious, by the way.
All right, moving on.
I thought,
Nick.
and the memories came back briefly. Okay. Blake Belladonna, her weapon was Gamble Shroud, a sword whose sheath was equally sharp for dual wielding and hilt was a pistol with a ribbon she could use for various purposes. He says, I spoke up. She's like some kind of ninja or something from the description, I tell Reiner. Yang Xiaolong, weapon of choice was Ember Celica. Gauntlets like mine, except they folded into bracelets and were also shotguns. Her shotguns were similar to yours and can fire 2 different kinds of rounds. I think I saw her in the locker talking to Ruby Rose you mentioned earlier. Saying, and
Just
my
like-
mind daydreamed for a moment. They're sisters.
Like to just.
Boy, I don't think they are biological. I did notice something, though. Reiner speaking observantly.
You
What's
fucked it
that,
up twice
kiddo?
now.
I chuckled. You like Yang, don't you?
You fucked it up 3 times.
My face turned red in embarrassment, but I was in front. Nonsense! Huntsman and Huntress are given a big duty. We must fulfill what we're sent out to do. Spouting out and tried to walk faster. If I didn't know better, you're embarrassed about crushing her. Are you scared of something, Rye? He joked. I didn't hesitate to aim my weapon. I was still red, but said, I'm not scared of anything. Even women. I could go to talk up to Yang when I want to. Geez, lighten up. It's our secret. We need to head to the temple and collect the relic, he stated, and we continued walking on. We could hear the others fighting. Yeah, hey, ha, woo! That's not actually in the story.
Mercy.
Oh, God.
Ad-libbing.
What the?
What the? watching now. They're live.
Show me your moves.
My moves.
Show me your moves. It was Captain Falcon.
Oh, show me
Continue.
your boobs. Yes. There lied the temple, and the relics were chess pieces. Star and Harwin had gotten their relic and ran into the forest. We walked up and looked at the pieces. Black Knight would be a good relic, I said and picked it up. There's a Nevermore over there circling around from that direction, Reiner pointed out. We'll head around a different route then.
Batman.
Suggesting to him
What?
as we left. I started to dash off, and I thought
Oh, there.
we'd follow the girls.
Oh, Black Knight. I get it.
Batman.
We caught up, but in the pathways was an abnormally large Ursa. Some might say it's unbearable.
It probably already has the Aegis.
That pun I also added in by myself because ad-libbing's fun.
No, it was horrid. Puns are the shittiest joke.
Puns are the best, you have no idea. Harwin and Star were dodging its attacks. They were not having any luck getting around it. I wasn't sure I could stand to watch them try to take on this beast by themselves. Reiner was also showing concern because his sister was out there in danger. We're not damsels in distress, Star said and pulled out her weapon at the ready.
God.
Harwin had her bow poised to shoot at it. We need to fight this thing together, I told them. One person. Right. I can prove heavy arms is the better weapon than Star's. Really, Reiner? Now's not the time
error.
for this, she said, irritated. The Ursa tackled us and had us apart from each other. Strategy, I thought as I got up. Harwin shot from a distance. Reiner was shooting at it, but it was only pissing it off. Star just stood, her weapon at the ready. An energy started to glow this time. Harwin's... Oh.
Yep, I think you fucked up there.
I skipped a line.
An energy started to glow, and her weapon did too.
Thank you. And her weapon did too. It broke into pieces but reformed into 3 rolls of Orichalcum. She sent them at the Ursa. Orichalcum. She sent them at the Ursa, and I was surprised by its potential. If you get a plan, now's the time.
What?
Harwin.
Wait. He was surprised by its potential. What?
I guess.
You know, when I'm surprised by a lot of things I didn't think could possibly happen, I'm really surprised at the potential of the situation more than anything else. Like, I could be, you know, they potentially could be my best friends. That's, you know, that surprises me. Oh, boy.
I forget, is Harwin a girl?
Harwin is a girl. She's an archer lady.
Just making sure.
She is
Everyone will
Cinder
know that
without
because they
all
saw the
nice
first episode.
Yeah.
Cinder without all the cool Cinder powers. Moving along.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to get
Got
a voice
wolves
for
with
her.
potential. She's got wolves with potential, apparently.
Oh, well.
So we have
Well,
Cinder without cool Cinder powers, Coco without all the nice personality, someone who wields a sword, and someone who wields 2 swords. Fucking great.
Wait, what?
If you got a
So,
plan, now's the time, Harwin spoke
I'll
up.
explain it later.
I nodded and I started to run. Star, get the wolves to hold the Ursa's head still. Enough, I shouted. The hilt was like her link to them as they were doing it. Harwin, bind it, I told her. Harwin shot the eyes out before I could finish what I said. Reiner read my mind as he shot at the kneecaps of the Ursa, and it was down somewhat. Titanium Burst was made into a dual-barrel shotgun, and I loaded it with a shot, quickly dodging the wild sling from the Ursa's claw. I jumped up onto its chest and jabbed my weapon into its chin. It's the end for you, I told it and blew its head off. A huge hole was through it, and that was the end of the giant Ursa. What seemed like
What a cool guy.
was broken by Reiner's voice. Well, that was mind-blowing.
Fuck. Jesus.
Fuck.
There are puns in
Reiner
fucking...
is now the best character ever. That was a pun I didn't put in, by the way.
I know. I'm looking at it.
I got
Reiner is
irritated.
the best character ever.
Irritated.
He joked. I cracked a simple I cracked
Smile.
a simile. I cracked a smile.
Fucking Jesus.
I cracked
What?
a smile and
Crack the simile.
I
Simile. Crack the simile. Screw the likes and ass.
I cracked a smile, and his sister shook her head in embarrassment. Harwin
Dar's
found it
best character.
funny since she was chuckling. Once we got to the rendezvous point, that we were done with what we completed.
What?
Error.
What? Wait.
Yep.
Once we
Error.
got to the rendezvous point that we were done with what we completed.
No commas,
Error.
none of that.
Error.
That we were okay. I'm not even gonna talk.
We awaited the room as they were announcing the teams and team names.
Fuck. Awaited the room.
Rye
That's
Dial,
immediate.
Reiner Dark,
At least took a day.
Star Kutuki, and Harwin Nizo. You have collected
I don't
Black
think that's
Knight
Kutuki.
pieces from here
There's a
on
fucking
out.
eye.
You be
There's an
known-
eye there.
Yeah, Kutuki.
Kutuki.
Kutiki, fine. You have collected the Black Knight pieces from here on out. You will be known as Team Rhinoceros, led by
Called
Rydile.
it.
Professor Ozpin announced. God damn it, you got it, Chris.
Called it. Fucking called
Wait,
it,
what?
bitch.
It's Rhinoceros.
Yesterday we were, or not
said
yesterday,
that.
last. No, I said that. That was mine.
I
Chris
said
it.
that.
Chris said it.
No, that was me.
Okay, yeah. When you're watching back, when you're editing, you're gonna fucking see. I said it. We had a whole thing last time because I said it.
100% me.
Professor Ozpin announced.
Sure.
The letter arranged in RHRS, and that was when we became a team for what would be the next 4 years here at Beacon. Harwin stood at ease. The brother-sister duo were waving...
There a problem, officer?
Yeah.
Ah,
What the fuck?
ah,
Did you just get like a migraine?
I
just
have
start
to
dying?
Sneeze.
Sneeze! You've already ruined it.
So
Sneeze!
all day
Sneeze away from
today...
the microphone. Get away
So-
from the fucking mic.
It's not that. It's that all
The
day
fucking-
today.
The
I've been
narrator has
trying-
been damaged.
I've been trying to sneeze all day today, and it just won't come out. And whenever this happens, my nose just starts like pulsating, like ah. And then my right eye starts watering for some reason, and I don't know why.
Oh my god.
Like
I'll
at
just finish this and.
at the NHS ceremony earlier today, I had to sneeze like 4 times in the middle of it, but it wouldn't happen. And then people looked over and was like, "Why is he crying? I'm not crying. My eye's just watering."
Alright.
And
Since
it hurts
you're
like
apparently
hell.
unable to finish this out, I'll finish it out and you can read chapter 3.
No, I can do it. It hurts
Can
like
you?
hell, though. By the way,
Can you?
I'll finish whatever I'm saying after I finish this. All right.
You left us at waving out to the peers.
The brother-sister duo were waving out to the peers like they were stars. And I just kept a serious look since I have now a big responsibility. Being a leader
Error.
isn't something you just do. You earn it. I had to prove my
Possible.
worth as the leader. My teammates won't be disappointed by my leadership, unsure of what adventures
shit.
would take place, the dangers and
Error.
threats that would come this way or be there. The future
Error.
was not for us to see, and we got past the past. The here and now, the
Awful
present
error.
is our gift. We all were ready to receive. Don't know
Error.
yet.
A regular fucking Confucius.
Don't know yet. What yet? But when will be the day we were all waiting for?
Error.
What yet? What?
That is the end
Oh.
of chapter 2, Emerald Forest Attack. Anyway, sneezing
Alright,
sucks.
so.
Like, my
So,
record for
I'm gonna
sneezes
do
in
this.
one day is 128.
You're the whitest person I know
Like,
because you simply just
In
kept count of
middle
that.
school, no, we made a game out of it in middle school. Like, my sneezes were
White
so,
as fuck.
my sneezes were so prominent that, like, and loud. Like, my sneezes are, like, the loudest ever.
Oh.
I
I
have to
would
hear the
just, like-
story again.
Oh, I told
Here we
Yeah,
go.
you sneeze hundreds of times one day at school. Move the fuck along.
We talked about it because
Right.
we talked about launch.
Oh, we made a game out of... Basically, we made a game out of it. I've gotten bloody noses from it before.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with that. Probably on one of the
You know,
earlier
this is
podcasts.
brings up one of the things. Well, first off, No, this brings up one of the things I was going to ask. How long do you think we can actually continue to do podcasts before we run out of material?
I mean, the anime
that's-
part will continue us for a while.
I mean, we're getting renewable resources with, like, the new fucking segments that we got, the 2 new segments, being the anime homework and this fucking fanfiction reading, both of which I highly suggest you put an annotation to skip. Specifically the fanfics reading.
Hour 38
Maybe just the part where
minutes,
you
50
fucking
seconds.
choked. Maybe the part where you just fucking choked. Just skip that. Get to the back to the reading.
There's a weird-ass cut.
He's just like right in the middle of the sentence. You just hear, and then it just continues on, and people are just like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, the fucking migraine in the middle of that shit.
It's not
Oh,
even
boy.
a migraine, it's just my nose starts pulsating.
You got a nose
Moving
migraine.
along. Moving along. So,
So is
how
anyone...
is,
Continue.
back to what I was saying in the middle of the fucking. So, here's our team. So we have Cinder without all the cool powers. By the way, if
Yep.
if you had it automatically connected, that's Harwin. We have Coco minus all the cool personality. That's fucking Reiner, who has 2 machine guns.
I mean, there's machine gun gauntlets.
So it's more
Yeah,
like Yang's
but
weapon,
fucking
which he actually
more
points
like
out.
it's like Yang and Coco's weapon had fucking love children, and that's his fucking weapon.
Love children.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have a special sword wielder, fucking that makes wolves. And
Here's
then we
your
have a
magic
person who wields-
user.
And then we have people who wield two. And then we have a dude who wields.
It's not magic, it's dust.
You know, the only difference is
fairly-
you can snort the magic.
I imagine people are doing dust. People in Remnant somewhere are doing dust as a drug.
That's gotta be like, you know, they do the Worlds of Remnant shits. I imagine there's gonna be one where it talks about all the drug dealers and how people just snort dust.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, with your nose, I don't think you should be doing that.
Yeah.
I think you would like die. Just end your basically suicide sheet. So yeah, so
I'm excited for where the story's going. I don't know about you.
Did it get any better?
No, the errors did not stop. I think it's a little bit worse, actually, with the errors.
Story-wise, did it get any better?
No. I'm
Oh.
really confused as to whether or not this is the year after, like, the whole Ruby gang is there, or the exact year they're there.
From what I can,
Given the
It's-
Nevermore shit, I think it's the same year.
It seems
Yeah,
like
I think-
after. It seems like the next year.
No, but wait.
Because
They referenced the Nevermore in the fucking Emerald Forest.
I know, but wait, did they kill that Nevermore in?
Yeah, fucking lobbed its head off.
Oh, you know what? It could be like the other people in the background that we saw in like this first.
they reference to Nevermore, and I mean, this doesn't help either argument, but they do talk about. I mean, well, this kind of helps the present argument. They do talk about. Well,
That
at
just
least-
confirms they're there. That doesn't tell you if it's the same year or the year after.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is kind of a cop out thing, but like, you know, he could since for some reason Reiner has knowledge of Team Ruby. It could possibly be the same. It could possibly be the same year. It could be.
No,
it
wait,
could
that would-
possibly be the same.
That would
year.
advocate that's the year after, since Team Ruby's technically already a thing then. Did they talk specifically about Team Ruby or just the team
They
itself?
just
Oh no, they just
talked-
talked about the team
They
itself.
talked
Talk
about
about
the
the-
4
Never
people
mind.
that happened
Yeah.
to form Team Ruby.
Oh no, okay, then that completely advocates it being the same year. Never mind. Also, you know, given the time this is actually made, it's really hard to imagine Team Ruby already existed during the time of this. There really isn't enough to go on. Anyway, that's the second reading. Look
Yay.
forward to the next ones as we get further and further into this grammatical shithole.
Hey, chapter 3 next week. Come back. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I don't.
Bring your grandma, she'll love it.
Yes, your grandmother.
Hopefully by the time we get to the end of this, they're
12
already
weeks.
starting on more. going to be 12 weeks.
We brought in the traffic so this dude makes another.
Here's hoping.
Here's
So-
one view. Make
Yeah.
another.
Hopefully by the time we finish this, they've released the soundtrack and maybe started Volume 4.
Just
That
to
would be-
tease you, the next chapter is called School Day Blues. Ooh.
Ooh. I wonder what that has to do with maybe some
Getting a job.
Of course.
So anyway, any video game things happen with you guys?
I mean-
No, not really. I was basically, I didn't have as much homework, but I did have free time, and I spent that free time watching Log Horizon.
That's basically what everything's gonna be like from now on. Oh, I've got to watch this anime. It's
we're
now a
talking-
job.
If we're talking video games,
Not
I
it.
played Overwatch and Warframe this week.
It's not a
Alright.
it's not a
And,
job, especially
a bit
since
of Diablo.
I've already seen Gundam Unicorn, although I might watch it again for shits and giggles.
All right. So
wait. Another anime I've watched.
I mean, this is like whatever. Never mind.
No, like literally, I watched another.
Oh right, that shit.
Yeah. Another is an anime.
Listen, let's not go into great detail.
Like another is literally spelled like this is the name of the show.
Yeah, we know.
Another. It's great. Like,
So, all right, another.
yeah,
Another.
another.
I think you're too drunk for another.
What's drunk?
We have to cut you off.
Cut me off from what? I'm not drunk. Oh, wait,
I'm not
no.
giving you another.
I am high on life. How about
Great.
that?
So, you guys remember Firewatch?
That game.
That was
actually,
a game. Markiplier played it. I'm probably
Everyone
gonna
played it.
I'm watching
I'm
the
gonna-
playthrough
well,
of that right now, actually.
Because I'm a cheap
Probably
fuck,
gonna
I decided not to buy it and decided to do the normal thing and watch YouTubers play it. I watched
Yeah.
about 3 YouTubers play it just to see if the differences or anything. And
It's like
Differences?
4 hours long.
No.
So
no, it's like a 3 to 4 hour long game depending on how lost you get.
yeah.
And also depends on if the YouTuber cuts out shit, technically. Like, if you were playing, it's like 3 to 4 hours, depending on how lost you get. Found out, like, the ending is actually pretty disappointing. Like, it's great. It builds up, and then just has nothing. It was really disappointing, to say the least. People are going into, like, conspiracies because people are really trying to reach for something else. Because there's
That's what
just
people
nothing.
do. That's what people do when it comes to video games. It's like, all right, so we have the game now. Now let's try to do it. That's what happened with FNAF. Look at this.
Oh,
All the
gosh.
clues. Look at all the clues we have. It's time to craft a theory.
a
game
game
theory.
theory.
There it is.
Turns out, like, it was really just like a bunch of fucking cop-out clues. Like, oh, maybe there's something here, but you don't have enough information. And then, you know, Scott's like, what the fuck am I going to do with this in the background?
Like, well, I mean that like there's two different schools of thought. Like, did he plan the entirety of FNAF and he just slowly
Fuck
trickled
no.
it down to us, or well, did he make FNAF 1? It exploded, and so he made everything else catering to the fans.
Don't know.
Like, did he make FNAF 1 just because he was just like, fuck it, I'll make a horror game. Then it exploded, and like all the little bits he put in, like, and people were like making up shit, and he's just like, I gotta make a second game here. I can make money, and it has to be good.
All right.
I noticed the fucking theories in, like, the last month have slowed down a lot. Like, the
I
last 2
mean,
months.
A lot of these
because
theories have been, done already. Is the thing.
they
This is the
released
problem with this. It's a finite resource.
They released he released the last pure FNAF game in the series.
Right, like
This-
FNAF World is
Nah.
not technically a pure FNAF game.
That's free now,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like it's on GameJolt and it's free now.
It's
You
on
could-
GameJolt and it's on Steam.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's for free. You can get it. Anyway, yeah. And then he did release a novel, but he has confirmed the novel is like an alternate universe sort of thing. I mean, it's kind of insightful, but kind of not. I don't know.
It's like, how can I continue my continuity of this without fucking everything up?
Like, I haven't read
Alternate
the novel
universe.
Oh yeah.
I haven't read the novel yet. My sister has it, and she's currently reading it, and I'm probably gonna read it after her, though.
All right.
A book?
Yeah.
The fuck is this like fucking 1800s? Who reads books?
Yo, I got 2 books on my desk right now. We got the House of Hades from the Heroes of Olympus series, and we also got the Killer Angels, which is a Civil War book.
I used to read the
I've got the
shit
mind
out
that changes itself. I've got books on neurological shit.
Currently reading Fahrenheit 451 in English.
That's a good book.
God, dude. That's it's
I'm enjoying it so far. Like I'm on
That's one of the better books you'll be reading.
page 82 right now, I think.
I'm
Like
on
that's a book. Like for
page,
most of
like,
the shit
20 something.
120.
I read in English, I normally just like I couldn't like. There's a few things like okay, this is okay, but I'm just gonna like fucking look to the internet for all the questions and bullshit.
Oh,
But
yes.
Fahrenheit 451 was one of the ones I just kind of read through because Fahrenheit 451 is a great book.
It's an okay book.
I thought it was great. Fucking
I just don't.
what
I
was
just
it?
don't like Ray Bradbury as like a writer.
You more of a
Social
Stephen King
constructs
guy?
and shit like that.
I just don't like how it's basically just kind of a bias I have towards Ray Bradbury because he's like an anti-technology guy, and I fucking love technology. Fuck it, fuck
Oh,
it.
alright.
I can have.
Well, when was
I want to have.
when was that
four-
written?
I want to
it
have
was
3 walls.
50
It was written in like the 1950s.
I
wanna have-
52 in like 9 days as
I
well.
want to
so-
have. I want to have walls that are basically fucking screens. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine the gameplay on that shit?
Well, you gotta think.
I mean,
people back then, you know, there were still people who were really big advocates for change.
yeah.
People didn't like things moving too fast. It's really different now.
It's just a personal sort of bias that I have towards like Ray
Yeah,
Bradbury,
that's
how
fine.
it's just kind of anti-technology. Other than that, the book's fairly really good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean,
I'm
fucking, what
enjoying it.
happened to that book?
It's much better than Old Man in the Sea. I can tell you that much.
Oh my god. I
Ew.
liked Old Man in the Sea. I liked it. I thought it was okay.
It was
It's really
so-
dry, though.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it. It was so dry. Like he went
Ironically.
into detail about. Yep.
Old Man in the Sea was just basically kicking a dick.
Like he spent like
Here's the old man.
80.
Here's the old man. Learn about him. All right, guess what? He gets his fish, and the fish gets eaten, and he just goes home and doesn't do anything about it. Like,
Spoilers.
fuck you.
Well, that was basically the whole book.
This book's ancient, and so it's just like
I know, I'm joking.
he tried to get they tried to get you into the old man. They tried to get you to know the old man and actually care for him, and then they just fucking like, nope, the old man doesn't get shit out of it, and it's like, fuck.
Like they spent how many pages did they
Seal.
spend on the fish fight? Like
Was
I
it
don't
a
know,
marlin
40?
or something?
yeah,
It was a marlin. It was a blue
It
marlin.
was they spent like 45 pages on that.
Test was
Yeah.
bullshit though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You
I don't
only
think
need to know. You only need to know 4 Spanish/nautical terms. Go on the test. There's 6 There's 6 specific Spanish nautical terms. What the fuck?
There was 8, wasn't there?
No, there were 6.
I never encountered anything like that. Maybe she just hates you.
It's
She probably changed the tests.
possible.
We're talking about Miss McQueen
Like-
right now, by the way.
I found the greatest thing to do in the American school is to just build good relationships with fucking every teacher. Fuck the students. Get
Yeah.
relationships with the teachers, because when they like you, you're fucking golden. Like, I think all
Yeah.
my teachers like me, especially the English teacher. Like, I bring in food for everybody, and it's just like, yep, I'm just is
I
odd
think-
now.
You can do almost anything in that class. Oh yeah,
I
today,
could.
today there was this like guy who used to go to our school and he's in the army now, and she was just like, you don't have to read today, just listen to him. And we
Oh,
just
I mean-
talked, and it was great.
Our fucking class, we were supposed to be doing the Tao of Pooh, which is pretty good so far. But we just did nothing. It was like, everyone's on the fence was like, there's not enough people there, fuck it, do what you want. It's great.
Yeah, it's just getting relationships with your teacher infinitely improves the classroom experience.
Also, there's for you who don't know, we have like immediately when you come into the school, there's like a lady at the desk, and every student complains that she's the grumpiest, angriest person they know.
What?
But I've never seen her like that.
Neither
I've
have I.
only ever had a good relationship with her. So even when I'm blatant shit, she doesn't get mad at me or anything. I'm just
Yeah.
fine.
I've
like-
seen that side of her a little bit. Must have been my own
I've only
incompetent.
seen that when people are like riding their skateboards on campus, which you're not supposed to do.
Same with the principal.
Oh
I'm on
yeah.
a pretty good side with her. I've heard, get on her bad side and you're gonna face the wrath of hell, but I've never seen it happen.
I've heard
But
stories about like, oh, there was PDA, and oh no,
like there was
Fuck
this
is
one
PDA?
public displays of affection.
there was this one time where I was supposed to go after school to like get like my college meeting scheduled or some shit. I didn't, and it was like Friday, so I forgot to go do that shit. I was like already, and like it was like at that point it was already like 6 o'clock, and so I was just like, all right, I'll try to do it. I'll try to do it I'll try to do it next month. I'll try to do it like next Monday. But I went to go do it, and she sounded so angry because before I got my fucking thing, before I got my like college appointment scheduled, my dad had told her that Chris will be here. Chris will definitely be here like that Friday afternoon, and coming in on Monday and being like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't appear on Monday. She sounded so angry.
I've
about
missed
it.
meetings
She's just
before,
like-
but I've never had anything bad happen. I don't know if I'm just ignorant to it or anything, but I've never had any of them angry at me.
She sounded angry, but she didn't seem like anything was gonna really happen.
Eh.
Like,
But yeah,
just kinda
life lesson for any kiddies listening, if you're still going through school: good relationships with teachers will get you very far. Fuck the
good
students,
relationships.
except don't do that.
Make sure
Heyo. Not
make sure
like
you
we
assume Make sure you go for relationships with the right teacher.
Yeah, like
Like,
if
It's
the
the
teacher's
college-
ob-
In my college class.
if the teacher's obviously like a grumpy, jaded teacher, and you try to crack through their shell, they're gonna kind of hate you. And then at that
Well,
point,
I've had the same thing happen. I've had, kind of a grumpier older man for a teacher. And, I just ended up, like, spending time after class talking and shit. And eventually, he's still kind of grumpy, but I'm, like, on the cool list, like, the list that's not going to get slaughtered. So that was good
Yeah.
enough for me.
I don't know. I don't actively pursue any sort of like friendly relationships with teachers.
I didn't either, it just kind of
I just
happened.
same here.
And it was a
like,
good thing.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna stay behind and talk to my teacher. Oh, class is done. Goodbye.
It is, I think it's a little pretentious, but I think it's literally just kind of by comparison. Because I didn't actively seek out to be the nice guy. As pretentious as this sounds, I think it's literally just because, like, there's so many other problem childs. Like, if you're
I
just
don't
kind of
think that's-
tame, you're good.
what's the plural of child?
Children.
Oh wait. So
said problem
wait.
childs.
Hold on.
Yeah,
What's your grades like, Dominic? Just
my grade's pretty average.
yeah. Yeah. See, that's probably why. Or, I mean, it probably makes you a lot more relatable, better. to be with.
I've had classes where I was literally tanking, like chemistry, but the teacher was still cool with me.
Young is
But, like,
great.
like never had young for a teacher, but
Uh,
like I feel like I feel like teachers might think that it's like you go to either side of the scale and you're gonna get rated or stupid, or you're gonna get the
Actually, no. I've failed one of my math classes just because I didn't turn in homework because I really didn't want to do it. And the teacher was, once again, that was that older man that really didn't like anybody. But he was still cool. No.
No.
just said it was a math class
I
and you're
remember.
like
Wait.
you're like it was
I forgot that Fritz was like science or something.
Yeah, dude. Anyway,
You're
we're going
not
off
talking
on a
about
bit.
Mr. Moore, are you?
I don't know. Anyway, we're actually just kind of talking about shit that really doesn't compete with anyone else who doesn't go to the school.
True.
Alright.
Welcome to the fucking back end of the podcast, where we become much more mellow and stop caring that we're actually on the podcast.
We are about to hit 2 hours, by the way, in 30 seconds. So
Let's try not to do the 3 hours. Let's try to stop before 3 hours.
I mean, at this point, we've kind of run out of stuff to talk about, so now we're just gonna vamp until we hit 2
Oh, you
hours.
challenging me, motherfucker?
No, no, no.
Alright. So I have this video. It's friggin' great. You only need to watch like the it's gonna start at a point you really only need to watch the next like 20 or so seconds.
All right.
Huh.
And this is how we'll end the podcast, I guess.
Wait.
Is
Epic duel Yugi versus Mai World Championships in Las Vegas. What the fuck?
I didn't watch the entire thing. I just went to the fucking seconds. It's watch.
Wait,
All
is this
right.
like voice acting or something?
This is the voice actors in a scripted duel in one of like the official tournaments. They get the voice actors come in, they talk, and then they have like a scripted duel where it's like, all right, I play this card, and then they like clearly go through their deck but don't like shuffle it or anything because that's how it's like stacked supposed to be.
Okay.
But watch the video. Watch it.
I think what
Watch
was
the 20
it?
seconds. Watch the fucking 20 seconds.
I think Little Kariba did something similar at one point, I think.
Watch like the next 20 seconds.
I have no idea where you want me to look because it started at like the end of the video.
Yeah, that's about right. See what'll happen. Great.
All right.
What's
so,
all the shiny ass Karibos?
Fucking Yugi played Multiply, and then all the fucking Karibos.
This is Yugi versus
Fucking
Mai.
make it
World
rain,
Championship,
Yugi
Las Vegas 2013.
Karibos.
Must watch.
Karibos
Great.
everywhere. That's it. That's all I wanted.
Multiply.
I think that's how. I think that's how.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. There you go.
Wait, what the fuck are you?
Nick. Yep.
What the fuck?
That's all I wanted out of this. That's all I wanted.
That is
I just
not-
wanted someone to
Wait.
That was amazing.
didn't watch the end of the duel. Just watch the fucking Karibos. Now you're both laughing. Great. Can we please
Fucking-
not do this?
You made it rain Karibos.
Can we
And
do? Can we
that's-
please not do this for 5
And
minutes?
that's how we're ending the podcast.
Does that actually work? Can we do that? Like, if I play
wish.
multiply on a Karibo, can I make it rain Karibos?
If you decide to buy a ton of Karibos and put them
I'll
on the
do it.
side while we're playing
know I will.
Yu-Gi-Oh, and you play Multiply and Karibo, I will totally let you just spray the field with Karibos.
All right.
I
And
can
that's
never
how-
be damaged.
And that's how we're ending the podcast. That's the best note we can go out on.
That is.
I mean, we can go on a B minor.
Shut up.
Hey.
Anyway,
Oh,
that was the
oh,
podcast. We hit 2 hours, 3 minutes. Yay. Thank y'all for watching. I'm still really bad out.